all that MMA stuff, and it would be a challenge to you. Not seriously. A guy like Tiger Woods would want to play against, somebody like that, crazy like that. But when you're not the toughest dude, you always in the back of your mind think, oh, man, this guy's crazy, and it's not great. See, there's a difference.
Miles knows what people say about him. I don't know if you saw what R.J. Michael – yeah. He says, I hear it. Every time someone calls me that, it gasses me up and really, ticks me off and all that. So he knows. He knows what everybody's saying. He's kind of like the Euro bigs. They're sort of built a certain way, and they're trained a certain way, and they play a certain way. And Miles is trying. I can see that he's trying to be more physical. I see it. He just, he kind of is what he is, and he's not what he's not. What he's not is Sabonis.
Hey, do you first half? Great, right? I mean, all right, yay, rah. Second half, can't throw it in the ocean. Why could they not get anything? Was it? All right, I'm going to throw something out to you, and you were there, so tell me if this is right or wrong. I think the Celtics exposed the Pacers as not having anyone that can go get their own shot. Does that sound a little bit accurate based on being there?
Yeah, that the Celtics defense exposed the Pacers, you say?
Yes, for not having an Oladipo, a star that can go get his own to break up a run. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and the reason they're able to do that, not every team can, but their length on the wings really gives Bogdanovich a hard time. And he struggled against Boston. Marcus Smart or not, he struggles against the Celtics. And he's their go-to scorer right now. He's the closest thing they have to one. But also Collison. I'm going to talk to Collison later today and find out just how healthy are you. Because he's, as Oladipo's the head of the snake when Oladipo's around, but he's not. So Collison kind of, he runs the show, and he's been hurt twice in the last month, and he's not been very good since the first injury happened, both to his legs. So I wonder how much he's hurting. So anyway, yes, they're getting exposed without Oladipo, and that, as we both know, that's not going to get any better in the next 4 games or 3 games or however many it lasts.
Are they clearly Greg, you've been to so many games, and you can tell this. Not many people can, but you can. Are the Celtics just clearly physically better than the Pacers?
Well, thank you for saying
You're
that.
Welcome. No, you have. I mean, you've always had that feel.
Well, some things look so dang obvious, and boy, this one. I mean, you just go down the line. I mean, look at the starting lineup: Jason Tatum. Horford, of course, Baines is just enormous, but Jaylen Brown, Kyrie, Marcus Morris off the bench. Oh, by the way, Gordon Hayward off the bench. Oh, by the way, Terry Rozier, who would be the Pacers. He'd be the Pacers' best guard right now if he played for the Pacers. But he plays 15 minutes a game for the Celtics because they're so deep in the backcourt. So, yeah, they are there's not a position, not one position where you say the Pacers are better at that starting spot. Not one. And given that their sixth man is Gordon Hayward for Boston, I'm not sure the Pacers are better at sixth man, although Sabonis might be sixth man of the year, but also Hayward's he's a different character.
Yeah, and all right, the physical part of it, did that influence the historically bad shooting?
The Pacers, they're so it's such a mental thing right now. They're trying to have their confidence up and all this, and so what they're saying, and I think they actually believe it, is that the Celtics aren't the reason they missed those shots. They were saying we had open looks, we just missed them. They don't want to give the Celtics any credit, which is what losing teams, they don't
right.
want to, because they don't want to keep losing. Whereas the winning team, all they do is give you credit. Like Brad Stevens and the Celtics just kept giving the Pacers credit for, well, they're the reason our first half was so bad. That's just the psychology of it. So the Pacers will tell you that the Celtics defense and physicality had nothing to do with all those missed shots. It was horrible. I mean, I don't know, 17 for 19 they missed. So 2 for 19 they made. That's not just the Pacers missing some shots. That's the Celtics bullying them around, yes.
I thought the Celtics were very good defense. I thought that second half. First half is kind of an NBA game. Guys do things. But second half in the playoffs is where you've seen it for years. You kind of make your money, right? I mean, coaches and players, no?
Yeah, and you mentioned coaches. The Pacers have had a recent history of not being really good in the third quarter. And, that's if this were an NFL season and Chuck Pagano was coaching, we'd all be saying, well, and we've written that over the years, he doesn't do adjustments very well. One game into this thing, McMillan got out-adjusted. I mean, clearly at the half by Brad Stevens. There's no shame in that. I mean, no one wants to hear that. But Stevens is brilliant, and Nate's not bad. But Stevens is a whole, he's the future Olympic coach of our country. So he's the real deal. So I think they have an advantage in every starting spot, perhaps sixth man. And you have to say coach. And I love Nate, and I hate saying that out loud. I want someone to use that against me someday. But, I mean, Brad is just one of those handful of guys that he's going to have an advantage against probably everybody except for Popovich.
Yeah, and all right, let's move this forward a little bit. What do you think, other than got to make your open shot? I didn't think they had that many open shots, but anyway, I'm with you on that. What do the Pacers have to do to compete down the stretch, or to get it to where they can compete nose to nose down the stretch in the fourth quarter on Wednesday?
Well, keeping their composure would be nice. They got blown up in the second and third quarter, even before the comeback started. Thaddeus Young was getting foul trouble. A couple guys, Sabonis was getting really upset. Sabonis was begging for a technical foul, and so was Young, and they just wouldn't give it to him. Miles Turner, for him to have the game he had, tells me that he was kind of gone somewhere in his head. So I think the composure was just not there. The one guy they have that doesn't give a rat's rear end about anything, and they could channel his mentality, if not his game, is Tyreke Evans. Tyreke Evans is always going to fight you. Problem is he'll go 1-on-5, and you're not going to win that fight very often. But if they could all have kind of Tyreek's inner killer, it'd be a little bit different. At the same time, I still don't want to see Tyreke on the court. I don't like watching him play.
Yeah, you do not, or you do?
No, I don't.
Me neither.
To me, he's a typical NBA player, and this is not a typical. The Pacers are not a typical team. He's a typical NBA player where it's all ISO ball, and you give me the ball, and I'm just going to go 1-on-1, and I'm going to get me a bucket. That's what a lot of guys do around the league, and that's what Tyreek's always done. That's what he does. But when you watch the Pacers and you watch all these symphony musicians, and then he comes in there playing whatever music he's playing, it's just not the same music. I don't want to hear it, and I don't want to see it.
Man, I've never loved you more. I've never, because I'm so freaking tired of Tyreke Evans. And I in the background, in behind the scenes, I'm really tired of Wes Matthews and his whining. I mean, I don't know if you know, but I mean, his whining is, you brought me here to start, but how about play? Just play. How about we just play? Can we just play? Yeah,
he's got Wesley. He's got some. He'll say some things, and they're kind of confident. They're maybe overly confident. And he, on the one hand, after the game yesterday, he was saying that they didn't. It's just one game, and we all know that. And then the next sentence, he was saying, kind of feels like we're down more than 1-0. Well, but if it's only one game, the math here is not working. I mean, even just hypothetically, if what you're saying is, I get it. Then say that felt like 2 games. It feels like we're down 2-0. It felt like one game. The math just not. I'm not getting it. But that's Marquette. Marquette, and they teach math differently than they teach me from Mississippi, and I'd probably say Marquette's better than Mississippi.
Greg Doyle, nice enough to join us. Can the Pacers win a game in this series? Last thing, I'll let you go.
I mean, can they? Yes.
Will they? Will they? Yeah, certainly they can. Yes.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Sorry about that. I just want to make that clear. That before I give the hammer, I'm going to say, can they? Yeah, of course they can. Will they? They shouldn't. They shouldn't. And that's not I'm not knocking the Pacers. I'm knocking the Celtics if they don't let it make it happen, because the Celtics have no business not sweeping the series. Of course, they have no business finishing one game ahead of the Pacers in the standings. So if the Celtics do what they're supposed to do, they're going to win 4 games because they're just that good, and the Pacers can't do anything about it.
All right. I had a friend, Reggie Jones, last thing, because you are socially very conscious. Reggie Jones, my friend, said, quote, "I've never seen so many white dudes root for a black man like Tiger Woods got rooted for." I answered Reggie back by saying, I think most people rooted, at least in my neighborhood, rooted for Muhammad Ali in the same vein. You're old enough to remember Ali. Is that true, false? Does Tiger Woods' I don't know. Does Tiger Woods' popularity rival Muhammad Ali's? Am I getting too far out?
I think it probably does. And across the board. And like Michael Jordan once said, Republicans buy shoes too, which is his way of saying white people like me, and so I'm not going to be socially conscious. People complained about Jordan about not making statements, less because the Republicans, the vote, they like me. So no, white folks, black folks, all folks, what we like is greatness.
Right.
We're drawn to greatness. Right. We want to see it for our own sake, so we can just know that I'm watching something truly historically special here, whether it's Babe Ruth, we've been alive for him, or Tiger Woods right now. Black or white, we want to see the best of all time, and we're kind of rooting for it to happen.
See, Reggie Jones said this, and this is interesting, and you'd be a good guy to ask. Tiger had 6 generations cheering for him. 6? Ali, maybe 2 or 3. Interesting.
Oh.
Interesting.
Right, because Ali probably did not – the older folks didn't want Ali around. But everybody loves Tiger because at least now we all love a winner. And he's humbled himself so much. He's been so much more likable. And I don't mean just yesterday because he won, but I mean for the last year or two, certainly the last year, his comments, everything he says, you can tell he's been knocked low. And good for him for realizing I'm not all that. And he's become a much more enjoyable person just to listen to. I
agree. I agree. And I personally don't care what – I mean, I know I'm supposed to. But I don't care what anybody does in their front. Once their front door closes, I mean, as long as, I guess, you're not abusing anybody. I mean, I don't care who you shtup. I just don't. I mean, anyway. I wanted to get you just a little bit on that because I know you'd have an interesting perspective. It is interesting, the popularity of Tiger Woods from where he was. It's kind of cool, and I like it.
And in a sport that's historically, very white. And
right.
He's crossing all these barriers, and, well, like I say, I've said it before, I'll say it one last time, is we love greatness. And it's why we love, Steph Curry. It's why we love LeBron James. We love greatness. And Tiger Woods is the greatest golfer most of us have ever seen alive. Yeah,
and it's interesting. It's why we love Jack Nicklaus, more so probably now than even when he was doing it, because we see the record and we see Tiger and we respect the greatness of Jack Nicklaus. It's interesting. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate you, man. Have fun in Boston.
Yep, man.
All right, buddy.
Thanks.
You're welcome. That's Greg Doyle, 4 Winds Lakeside in Marina. Look at my man, Reggie. I call him Reginald, because now he has entered scholar territory by getting us an entire segment based on his 2 texts. Reginald Jones, Cathedral High School, genius.
Attention, this is a money-making opportunity. Are you interested in making active and passive income each month flipping real estate tax liens? Then listen to this. The ProSource Tax Lien Company is offering a free tax lien flip kit, which contains educational videos and a step-by-step report that will show you how to earn government-secured returns up to 18%. Plus, see how you can access tax lien inventory not available to the public. So if you want to become a real estate investor without swinging a hammer or becoming a landlord, then text EARLY to 72000 now to get your free tax lien flip kit and get ready to learn how to flip tax liens and acquire houses well below wholesale prices for big profits, all from home working part-time. Text EARLY to 72000 right now to get your free tax lien investor kit, plus 2 free tickets to a live training event, which includes a free smartwatch just for attending. Text EARLY to 72000. That's EARLY to 72000 for your free tax lien kit now. Individual results may vary.
Hey, it's Dan Doggett here for Hubler Chevrolet. I've been saying for years, Hubler Chevrolet and drive Hubler Chevy. Well, quite frankly, they have it all. Now, spring is here. It's time to treat yourself with a new ride. Get over to Hubler to see Indiana's largest inventory of Chevys in stock, all at amazing prices. What you want, they got. Plus, only Hubler Chevrolet includes a 10-year, 200,000-mile limited warranty on all new models. Click drivehublerchevy.com. Learn more. Save big. 18 Silverados are $8,777 off MSRP. 18 Malibus and Cruises are over $4,000 off. 19 Equinox, how about you save $5,419 on the Equinox? Plus, due to their size, Hubler can usually meet or beat any other dealer offers. Click drivehublerchevy.com. Go to Hubler Chevy locations, Franklin, Shelbyville, Rushville, Bedford, and Indy. 888-221-5101 for a VIP appointment, or click drivehublerchevy.com.
At Diamonds Direct, we tell you all the time all the great reasons to come see us. But the truth is, there are some reasons why you should not go to Diamonds Direct. Like if you want to pawn your old gold, we can't help you. If you want silverware, crystal, porcelain, or china, you won't find it at Diamonds Direct. See, at Diamonds Direct, we don't believe you can be all things to all people. If you try to be, you probably end up just being average with most of them. At Diamonds Direct, our focus is diamonds. Our DNA is diamonds and bridal jewelry, period. That's why we have up to 20 times the selection of diamonds you find at those other stores. It's why every major bridal designer in the world is found in our showcases. And it's why we can find the perfect diamond ring for you, whether your budget is $2,000 or $200,000. Diamonds are our passion. It's what we do. It's all we do. So, just letting you know, it's a big mistake if you come see us looking for a silver cake cutter. But the biggest mistake of all is not coming to us for a diamond or engagement ring. Diamonds Direct, where Indy gets engaged. Keystone at the Crossing. Online, diamondsdirect.com.
Rattle, rattle, thunder. clatter, clatter.
What are you doing?
Singing.
Oh, not that song. Now I can't get it out of my head.
Why do you always go there?
Because CarX is the best. Our whole family uses CarX. Here's a life lesson for you, honey. When you find something good, you stick with it.
CarX mechanics are trained, tested, top of the line. CarX does virtually all repairs, and they're the best in brakes. Brake pads installed only $79.99 per axle on most cars. $79.99.
Don't worry, call the CarX man.
Hey, it's JMV, and I love mowing. That's why I check out the mower shop in Fishers. Talk to Paul about the brand names. Toro, Honda, Hustler, and one bad-looking lawnmower called the Spartan. You'll love it, too. For all you need, mowershop.com. Right now, remember, they'll deliver what you purchase online directly to you. Their location in Fishers, 37 near 126th Street, or 317-849-9500. It's mowing time with the Mower Shop in Fishers. Online, mowershop.com.
Don't put up with a cranky old water heater. Time to get a new one and get happy. I'm Corey Kreitzberger, General Manager of Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. Replace your water heater with us and enjoy 24/7 service, local, licensed plumbers, and 100% satisfaction, guaranteed. Plus, we'll give you a free 10-year warranty upgrade. That'll make you happy.
Go with the flow, the local pros. Call Benjamin Franklin Plumbing.
Terms, conditions, and tax may apply. License CP 101-00018.
Good. Hello, Dan Dockage here. We're talking sports here today on Gutter Helmet. We're also talking Gutter Helmet. Look, things are falling right now. If you live in the woods like I kind of do, sticks, these maple seeds, propeller seeds, they're all over the place. And then, of course, Snowmageddon comes in May from the cottonwood trees. These things clog your gutters. It's not just leaves in the fall. Now, you need to clean your gutters because standing water crushes your house. It causes leaks in your house. It causes bad foundations. Gutter Helmet does it all. I went and got Gutter Helmet, and next thing you know, no debris, no falling off ladders to get them clean. Gutter Helmet does it all for me, and it looks good from the road. Go ahead get ahead of the whirlybird, get ahead of the tree debris, get ahead of Snowmageddon. All you got to do is call Gutter Helmet right now, 800-5-HELMET. They do the work. It's done. Your house is prepared before you have any problems. Coaches, business folks always say the best offense, great defense. That applies to protecting your home before damage is done. I did it. Go to gutterhelmet.com. Lee and I looked it up. We found Gutter Helmet was the best. We used them.
Sports Center updates on the Fan are brought to you by Big O Tires. Buy 3, get 1 free on select and stock Aspen Touring and Mesa Tires. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
On tomorrow's Jeff and Big Joe show, Purdue coach Jeff Brom joins us, plus the latest with the Colts. And what did the Pacers do in Boston today? We'll see you tomorrow morning at 10.
Dan Dockage, weekdays noon till 3 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Coming up, John Wertheim is from Bloomington North High School, and he now works for Sports Illustrated, but also 60 Minutes. He had a chance to sit down with all of the main dudes of the Golden State Warriors for 60 Minutes. And yesterday I happened to catch it, and I text John and said, hey, man, come on, let's go. We got to have you on. I want to find out what makes the Golden State Warriors tick. I think it's very interesting. I think you'll find it interesting, too. When we come back, John is going to join us. Also, Pierre Desir, we think. Colts we are having Pierre Desir. He's going to join us. Then one of my idols, my absolute idol in life, is a guy named Bob Love, who was a number 10 butterbean for the Chicago Bulls. He was my idol. Every day, if Bob Love scored a bunch of points, I felt like I did. Well, my other idol became Andy North, the golfer, the broadcaster. He was broadcasting for ESPN yesterday. Andy won 2 U.S. Opens. He had the same bone disease that I had. And it's not – a lot of you guys had Osgood-Slaughter. That wasn't it. We had a thing called osteochondritis dissecans, which basically there's no bone to the tibia, which is the top bone of the knee. I had to get holes drilled, things taken out, blah, 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 blah. He did as well. But Andy is a, great golfer, great commentator. He's going to join us at 1:45. And then we'll take your phone calls, and we're looking for Roxy. Roxy won, the only woman in it. She won. She had Tiger Woods.
There's never an excuse for missing anything on The Fan. 1070 The Fan on connected devices and smart speakers. 1070thefan.com. 1070 The Fan app on iTunes and the Google Play Store. For a full list, go to 1070thefan.com/listen. Plus, you can listen to all the shows by subscribing to the podcast. Take us anywhere and everywhere you go. FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan. Your home for indie sports.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's JMV. Right now, for every window you buy, you get the next one free. No limits and 0% financing for 36 months. Plus free installation. 317-547-2600. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
As the owner of a small business or partner in a practice group, you remember how things started. First, one office and one phone line. And it was good. Then things began to grow. And the big phone company said,
"You need more lines."
So you added 2 lines.
More.
Then 4.
More.
Then the internet. And after a while, you didn't know what you had. Maybe it's time to simplify. Teltec is a local phone company that will come in and create a better approach to your business communication system that's as simple as 1, 2, 3, and at a cost that can be up to half of what you're paying now. To get a free quote for your office, go to simple123.biz. That's simple123.biz and see the savings on your office's technology with a free and easy online quote at simple123.biz. Teltec, business voice systems, internet, and VoIP solutions for a lot less.
If you needed heart surgery, who would you call? A doctor who does it every day, or a doctor who does it once a year? The same is true about your erectile dysfunction. At the Indianapolis Men's Clinic, our Indiana physicians focus on one thing: solving your ED. High blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, prostate cancer, these all contribute to your ED. And our physicians at the Indianapolis Men's Clinic know how to solve your problems. We have over 50 different custom formulations tailored just for you. You get to try the medication containing FDA-approved ingredients right in our office. Your total cost for the consultation, test dose, testosterone, and PSA test is only $99. If the test dose doesn't work, you pay us nothing. So you have absolutely nothing to lose, but everything to gain. Call now, 999-9000. That's 999-9000. And move from skeptic to believer. 999-9000. 999-9000. Or online at indymensclinic.com.
Hey, it's Dan Dockich here for Firehouse Subs, my favorite. Why? Well, because they're the best sub I've ever had. True story. First time I ever walked in was on, I think it's 82nd. I never know when it's 82nd or 86th Street. It's over by Cathedral High School. My wife and I walked in there. I got the hook and ladder, and it was unbelievable. Now, listen to this. Purchase, well, get yourself a Firehouse pair. Start with your favorite small sub. Pair it with your choice of a signature side, something awesome like, I've had this, the 5-cheese mac and cheese. I also had that with the hook and ladder. There are 52 different possibilities. Save time. Order your sub online. Order your pair online or on the app. Look, Firehouse Subs was founded by firemen. Enjoy more subs, save more lives. At Firehouse Subs, they'll donate a minimum of $1 million in 2019 to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation. They donate 0.11% of every purchase. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans, America's largest mortgage lender. Spring is prime home buying season, so if you're thinking about buying a home, right now is the time to lock a low rate, which can save you money every month on your new mortgage. With our exclusive Rate Shield approval, the low rate you lock today is protected for up to 90 days while you shop for your new home. With a Rate Shield approval, if rates go up, your low rate stays locked. But if rates go down, you get that new, even lower rate. Either way, you win. Talk to us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com to take advantage. Here's another great reason to work with us. For a record 9 years in a row, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. Again, to lock in today's low mortgage interest rate and get the security of our exclusive Rate Shield approval, call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
For J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com. Rate Shield approval only valid on certain 30-year fixed-rate loans. Equal housing lender. License in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
fat. Hey, Dan Dockich, me. I was talking about me, people. Dan Dockich here for my friends at Just Add Water Boats. The only place I know of where you can ride before you buy in Indy's only Test Lake. Just Add Water Boats is the oldest boat dealer in Indy, largest Yamaha boat dealer in the Midwest. All you got to do is head down 465 on the east side. You want to see me? I'll be there hopefully 10 o'clock on Wednesday trying out a boat. Take a look at over 400 new and used boats. Make sure you check out their #1 selling boat from Yamaha. By now, take advantage of manufacturer incentives that are going on online at justaddwaterboats.com. Just Add Water Boats going to just add more than a little fun to your life.
Powered by the Hubler Auto Group, a dealer to help the people. Shopping for a new or used vehicle? Click drivehubler.com for Indiana's largest selection and best deals. Hubler has it all.
Did you know that service members are 23% more likely to carry credit card debt? At Hero.loan, you can cash out 100% of your home's appraised value.
This is Indy Sports Center.
WFNI, WIBC, HD2,
W298BB, W228CX, Indianapolis.
Pacers, Celtics, the NBA playoffs. Game 2, Wednesday evening at 6:30 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Dan Dockich, weekdays noon till 3 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Yesterday, John Wertheim, and I didn't know my man was on 60 Minutes. I tell you what, John, the piece you did on Golden State Warriors was great, and I think being on our show really propelled your career from, Sports Illustrated to 60 Minutes. It had nothing to do with Yale or any of the other places you've been. It was being on our show years ago. There you go. Or maybe not. What do you think?
I'm totally with you. Absolutely. It all starts with you. It all starts with Bob Knight's basketball camp in about 1983.
There you go.
I think you were my counselor, but no, thanks. Good to be here.
Hey, couple things. What'd you learn about the Golden State Warriors?
It's a great question because I guess what I learned it's really hard to be a dynasty in sports these days. There are a lot of forces working against you, and you can have a crazy amount of talent and live in a cool market and have owners willing to spend money, and there are still a lot of forces that are threatening to split this thing apart.
What's the #1 internal force?
I think it's just this sort of weird combination of ego, jealousy. I mean, these guys these are star athletes, and they'll never have to worry about paying a bill for the rest of their life, and they live by any account a great life, and they're still really sort of fragile. I mean, I think Durant in particular, I don't know if you could pick up from the interview. I mean, even sort of the interactions among the 5 players that we spoke to were really as interesting to me as some of the things that they said. And these guys are checking their phones as often as my daughter is, and these guys hear the criticism and they know what's out there. It's really interesting that you get to that level of sort of elite athlete, and yet at the same time you're still very human.
What's the biggest difference that you found between Steph Curry in that vein and Kevin Durant? Is Curry more like Durant, or is Curry more, away from that type thing?
No, I think I don't know if this analogy is going to work. I told someone I felt like it was a little like Jeter. Curry is Jeter, and Durant is Alex Rodriguez, who comes later and is just as talented, but maybe not quite as sort of magnetic with the fans. It's interesting. I mean, Curry is such a thoroughly unique guy, and he really owns that town. And I think some of it is obviously he got there first, and he's the one who brought the title. But I think a lot of it is just sort of the sensibilities and the way he carries himself. And it's weird. I mean, Durant's been the MVP of the finals for the last 2 years, and you still have the feeling that the fan base isn't quite 100% bought in, and he is very, very sensitive to that. He knows it, and it's he may win his 3rd straight. Imagine this: he could win his 3rd straight title. He could win his 3rd straight Finals MVP. And he may go to the Knicks, which are just an absolute clown show of a franchise. I mean, it boggles the mind. But if you don't feel like you can ever win over a fan base, maybe it makes more sense.
But what you're saying is it comes down to the basic human notion of jealousy.
Exactly.
It does, right?
You pay this guy all the money in the world, and you give him a fancy apartment in San Francisco and every
possible material concern you have covered, and at the end of the day, you just want to be liked.
John, when you were getting this piece together and you gathered, for those of you that didn't see it, basically it's like one of those after debate things in politics where, you know, you get all these people in the room and they're kind of two-tiered and John's interviewing them. But except it's, you know, Steph Curry and Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson and their team. How difficult, or was it difficult, to get all these guys together at the same time? It's the first thing I thought of when I saw this.
It took some work and it took some negotiation. And
really,
I don't know if you remember, I mean, this was like 2 months ago, and it was when I don't know if you remember when Durant got really upset at the media, and you guys are all speculating about where I'm going to play, and just let us go. So we didn't necessarily pick an ideal week, and Curry came late, and just the whole interaction and dynamic to me was absolutely fascinating. And some questions they were great with, some questions they clearly didn't want to go there, but you could sense that there was, maybe this makes them a better team, but you could sense there was definitely a level of sort of friction there.
I thought that they were a bit uncomfortable with not only you being interviewed, and maybe it was the wrong week, but they were a little bit disinterested in talking about it. I don't know. It was like, you felt that, obviously.
I totally, and at the same time, I told the editor, like, I don't think we should cut around this. Like, this is what, let's be honest in what we found there. Like, this was the vibe. And I think some of it, I mean, these guys have been just covered to death. I mean, the Tuesday, the Tuesday practice in the middle of the season, and there are 50 microphones. I mean, I've never seen a media swarm for a midseason NBA team like that. And they've done their interviews. They don't have long summers. Again, it comes amid all of this sort of daily drumbeat of speculation and who's going to play where. They're moving arenas. But, no, I mean, there was someone said it looked like someone wrote to me and said it looked like my Thanksgiving with divorced parents. And that's what it was like. And I think they were good guys. I mean, Kerr was fantastic. I think all individually good guys, but in that 5-on-1 format, it was a little tense sometimes. And I said, it was what it was. Let's be honest to what it was, and not just pick the 3 times when it looked like kumbaya.
What did you expect, and why did you do the interview?
I think some of it was just where's this team right now, and what is it like to have this dynasty in sports? How are they dealing with all the pressures? This had been in the works for a while, and it just seemed like a really interesting time to kind of examine this team, where on the one hand, this is one of the great dynasties in modern sports. I mean, they don't let that league slip against Cleveland 3 years ago, and they're going for their 5th straight title. Jordan didn't do that. Magic didn't do that. And yet, at the same time, there's a lot of uncertainty there, and the Golden State Warriors might, 90 days from now, we're going to say, boy, they won again, and they're going to go for 4 in a row. And we may also say, boy, that dynasty's over, and this team next year is going to look nothing like they do right now.
Why no Draymond Green in the interview?
It's a great question. He had a personal situation that day. We anticipated Draymond being there, and he had a personal situation. What can I say?
Yeah.
You notice that.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, Sean Livingston's an interesting guy with a great story, but he's not Draymond Green, and Iguodala obviously is a leader of the team and mature guy, but Draymond, Draymond's going to give you something epic.
It was a lot of negotiation went into getting those 5 guys to sit down. They were. I don't think they'd ever done anything like that, too. I think that was part of it also. I mean, Durant's been interviewed a million times, Curry's been interviewed a million times, but I don't think they'd ever done a format quite like that. And a lot of the questions were kind of jump balls, like who wants to talk about what makes Coach Kerr so special? And sometimes they were very eager to sort of take the lead, and other times they wanted to defer to teammates. It was really interesting to see how these guys interacted with each other.
I got to ask you, why no Boogie Cousins?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was a little different. Where I mean, he hadn't been there for any of the championships, and I mean, just total candor. Draymond was the guy who we had thought was going to be there. I think Boogie would have, he only played a few games for them and really hadn't been there for any of the rings. So
yeah. No, that makes sense.
It's the whole. It's really an interesting. I mean, from just sort of a fatigue factor to the media crush, to the fact, and they talked about this. I don't think this made the piece, but you don't really think about it. But they said, listen, every game when the Warriors come to town is a Super Bowl for the other team, and everyone wants to beat the Warriors. Everyone plays their best when the Warriors come to town, and that can be draining. I mean, there are no throwaway games with this team, and you also got the other thing that really became clear. I don't know. You probably see that in Indianapolis is that in the NBA, the playoffs versus the regular season are two completely different drills, and you're getting these guys towards the end of a regular season, and they're sort of rationing their energy and saving themselves a little bit for the playoffs.
No, well, yeah, you definitely see that. Hey, all right, here's the coach in me. How were they when they left? Like, when things over, everybody's going their own way. How are they when they walked out?
What do you mean by the coach in you?
Well, because when you're a coach, at least I would. I looked for everything. I looked at everything. I looked at how, all right, everybody's smiling in here, and I would always see, all right, who doesn't like who's got a problem with who, and you can always tell. I mean, that's just what you do. And so that when I watched you, I thought, okay, two things. Number one, how hard was it to get these guys together? And number two, and that tells you a little bit about their relationship. And number two, what'd they do when they left?
Yeah, it was after practice, and I think it was an off day, and I think some of them Durant stayed and shot jumpers. Iguodala and Livingston, and maybe the pressures on them are not the demands on, as you say, good Midwestern guys, but the demands on those guys are not the same as the demands on Curry. Some of them, stuck around and hung out with the crew, and others, these guys have lives to lead, and it's a rare off day, and they got the hell out of there.
Looked like Curry didn't want. I mean, not that he didn't want to, but you said he showed up late. Looked like he'd be like, "I'm getting the hell out of here." And I don't blame him. I don't blame a guy in an off. I thought it's fascinating because there's a picture when I was getting ready to talk to you. I went to 60minutes.com or 60 Minutes, whatever the website is, and there's a picture. And it kind of typifies every guy. Like, Durant looked mad about being there. Curry was smiling like he knew that this was another opportunity, and then, everybody else. Klay Thompson had his head down, like kind of not moping, but just kind of who you think he is, right? I mean, I don't know. It's fascinating. Those things fascinate me.
The other thing about interviewing athletes that a lot of times, like they're great to do you want to do a profile on athlete X, and you're going to talk to their mom, and you talk to the coach, and what makes you different. They a lot of times are much different when it's talking about other athletes, or whether it's a format like that where it's about something other. I mean, you do a Steph Curry profile, and it's one vibe. You do a story where it's about the organization, or you're asking about what makes Steve Kerr different. It's just a different drill. I mean, you go up to you want to talk to Blake Griffin about Blake Griffin, great. If you want to talk to Blake Griffin about who are the 5 most dangerous teams in the West, it's a different dynamic, and I think there was some of that going on.
Do you think that's because they're jaded against maybe I said something, it's going to get misconstrued, and now I'm going to have a problem, and I don't need to deal with that?
Yeah, I think this social media for athletes is a very, for some athletes at least, is a huge demarcation that we don't always think about. That this isn't they're going to write something in the papers, they're going to say something on sports talk radio. If they say one wrong comment or one comment taken out, I mean, I don't know if you saw Curry yesterday about Tiger.
Oh, yes.
If you caught that. And
I did.
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people throwing shade, and the trolls come out, and it's just sort of the risk reward of like, why would I bother to say anything when I log in? These guys are on their phones like crazy, and the first 200 mentions are all people throwing something back in their face. Why would you ever take any risks? Why would you ever say anything that wasn't charitable? I think that's a lot of it.
Let me go back to that on their phones, and I'm going to assume that they're on their phones, and that means text to friends or agents or whatever. But you're insinuating, or you're actually saying that, well, guess what? This is about paying attention to social media and Instagram. I guess it's all the same thing, and that's what you're saying.
This social media is a powerful force, and just because you're because you're a famous athlete, and a lot of times I think it only intensifies it, and it's unfiltered. I mean, these guys have, they've got entire membranes around them telling them what they want to hear, but when they get on their phones, it's completely it's unfiltered. And I mean, I've seen tennis is kind of my guilty pleasure, and I'll see these players play a match. They're sweating, they're worked up, they shake hands at the net, and before they put their rackets in their bags, they're checking their mentions. And I think there's a whole, we're on a tangent here, but I think there's a whole story about athletes' relationship with social media. And I think a lot of this free agent stuff and a lot of how athletes present themselves are all about you spend X hours a day looking at your Instagram and your Twitter mentions, and it changes the way you project yourself.
It's interesting because Durant is the guy that famously had a burner account whereby he could check without knowing, right? I mean, so it tells you what you need right there. I mean, do you feel like I feel, I'll set this up this way. I feel like Durant has really changed from this nice guy that talked about his mother to now he's, I don't know what the right word is. Maybe he's just tired of all the crap. Do you get a sense that a lot of when they act a certain way is I'm just tired of all the crap?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's I don't think it's antisocial. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he's a very sensitive guy. I think he hears everything. I think he definitely knows what the perception is. I think he took more heat than he thought he was going to for leaving OKC. And I'm just blown away. I mean, I cannot exaggerate. I can't describe to you what a joke the Knicks are as a franchise. And the fact that he would leave the Warriors with just top to bottom. I don't know if you saw. I mean, the owners were great, and Kerr is fantastic, and Bob Myers. I mean, all the stuff you hear about them. It really. I mean, we were there for a week, and I got to say, my threshold's pretty high for these. I was really impressed by just institutionally how that team is run. The fact that Kevin Durant would think about leaving that environment to get a fresh start with the Knicks is just mind-boggling. But if you think about someone who's really sensitive and wants to be liked and can't figure out why more people don't like him and why he has this reputation, and he's, maybe on the sensitive side to begin with, and he can come here and he'll be welcomed with he's the savior.
Oh boy! And
the bar is pretty low, and he realizes he's never going to be Curry, he's never going to be Clay, he's never even going to be Kerr. It makes a little more sense.
When you got done, and you mentioned John Wertheim joins us. If you saw the 60-minute piece, or if you didn't see the 60-minute piece he did on the Golden State Warriors, go to 60 Minutes website and check it out. It's really, really good. And it's really insightful, and it's really awkward, I guess, from their standpoint. When you walked out of there, were you not surprised at the dynasty that they've created, or did you walk out of there going, man, I'm kind of surprised that they could keep this all together for as long as they have?
Yeah, I was pretty. I'm impressed. I mean, I think there are a lot of, and I see all the pressures, and I see the media and the stadium. I mean, there's a lot of dynamic to a sports team these days. It helps when you've got owners who basically say, "Give me the check, and we'll back up the truck here. Just tell me how much you want." It helps when you're in San Francisco and you can build an arena and sell it out and sell these courtside suites for millions of dollars, and every Google billionaire wants to come, and doesn't matter what the price point is. I mean, there are a lot of advantages to playing in that market for Golden State, but blown away by Kerr, the ownership, Bob Myers. I mean, they really have something special there.
Like if Kerr leaves, you'd be shocked. Shocked. Anybody else leaves?
I don't know what you do if you're a coach in that situation. And again, I mean, he's a California guy, and it's San Francisco. I mean, there's a lot going on there. But if you're coaching that team in that environment with those kinds of players, I mean, when was the last time you heard about no legal trouble, no anything? I mean, I'm blanking on who it was. The guy deep on the bench was charging cable to the assistant coach, and that's the big scandal that they've had to go through.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, if you're Kerr, I don't know what you do after this.
Last thing, and I'll let you go because this is fascinating to me. How long do you expect them to stay together? This time next year or beginning of the season next year? You expect Durant, Green, Kerr, and Klay Thompson all to be on the same team?
I think Durant's the wild card. I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with how. I mean, if something happens and they combust in the playoffs, or even if they, another like blown 3-1 lead in the finals, if they win another title, I can't imagine Durant would. I mean, I think Kerr's there. I think they'll re-sign Draymond, even though maybe analytics would say don't. I think Klay Thompson stays. I think Durant's the big wild card. You imagine, just think about this in sports history, a guy winning 3 straight titles, playing this vital role. I mean, again, he's been the MVP of the last 2 finals, winning 3 straight NBA titles after struggling in Oklahoma City and coming close to the top of the mountain. He gets his 3 rings, and then he goes and plays for one of the worst teams in the league.
I know.
Crazy, right?
And he's sensitive, and he's going to go to New York?
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, the organizationally, the difference between, you couldn't find a big. I mean, it's like playing for. We'll do an Indiana metaphor, but it's like going from playing for Coach Knight to I don't know. It's the Knight to Mike Davis. I mean, it's just night and day. The idea that you would leave that organization in that situation to go play for the Knicks after winning your 3rd straight title is just mind-bending.
Well, congratulations to you on all your success. It was nice. I looked up. I told my wife, I know that guy. Right? I with all apologies, I don't watch 60 Minutes, and I don't know why. I used to watch it all the time. I just had. Let me put this. How long you been on there?
This is my 2nd season.
Okay, so I don't feel that bad that I missed it. If you're going to say like 10 years, I was going to be like, geez, now I know I've watched. What the hell's wrong?
Me and Mike Wallace and Morley Safer. No. Right. But it's a great show. Great. I can't. I mean, that show holds its own. Man.
When you call some last thing, when you call somewhere and you're 60 Minutes trying to sit down, does everybody pucker up a little bit?
I just say I'm from Monroe County. That's what really gets them puckering up.
Yeah, it does.
You probably get more phone calls returned saying you're 60 Minutes.
I think so.
It's all good.
Probably both good and bad. People are going through their receipts. They're going through, what the hell did we say? What did we do?
Yeah, exactly. What does this guy want?
Thanks, John. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on.
Anytime. No, pleasure. Take care.
He's great. John Wertheim. John is from Bloomington North, and John, longtime tennis rider, everything, basketball, and I'm telling you, it is really good. The piece yesterday, I swear, all you got to do is go to the 60 Minutes website, and it kind of encapsulates. It does. It encapsulates. I don't know. Kind of what you think Golden State is about. The picture does. It's got like, Livingston and Iguodala, kind of the old heads. They've been through it. Steph Curry's like the little brother in the front row. Durant looks pissed. And Klay Thompson just kind of got his head down. It's kind of funny. Just that picture interests me. But anyway, I thought it was a good piece. Tiger Woods was all Tiger Woods yesterday. Unfortunately, Miles Turner was all Miles Turner yesterday. Pacers were epic. In their, I don't know if it was a collapse in the second half. I don't think it was a collapse. It was just an ass kicking. I mean, it was just a, man. It was one, you know what it was? It was one of those games that I always talk about where I say, hey, look, here's the deal. Get in the car, get on the bus, get out of here before they come down the hall and beat us up again. That's what that game was. I'm telling you, the worst website in the world is the Pacers website. I just want a box score off the Pacers website. Whoever does this website, I think everybody uses it. This is unbelievable how you cannot find a box score on the Pacers website. I just want a box score. I don't want all this crap, just a box score. Pacers had a halftime lead of 7. Andy North's going to join us. When we come back, I'm going to bitch about something.
It's raining savings at Penske Chevrolet. Get 25% off the sticker price of the 2019 Equinox or take advantage of 0% financing for 72 months. This compact crossover is a more sophisticated version of its former self with roomy seating for 5 and a 5 out of 5 crash test rating. And the all-new redesigned 2019 Crew Cab Silverado, get over $10,000 off sticker or take advantage of no interest for the next 6 years. Just see Jay Smith and Brett Rosie for all the details of Penske Chevrolet. That's at 96 and Keystone. And if you want to lease instead, well, you pick the payment. A 2019 Equinox, 2019 Trax, or 2019 Malibu are all just $199 a month. You get 24 months and 10,000 miles a year. All you have to do is come up with a little bit of money at signing, and your payment at Penske is just $199 a month. And don't forget about the over 200 certified pre-owned cars of Penske. That's at 96 and Keystone or online at PenskeChevyIndy.com. Chevy, find new roads to the shower of savings going on now at Penske Chevrolet.
I was dragged underneath the car. It was a frightening experience, and I just wasn't going to die that day.
Danny was a road worker on a road job site. Just minutes before his day ended, it happened.
I don't even know the amount of feet that she dragged me underneath the car.
A reckless driver in a construction zone hit Danny.
It was so quick that I couldn't even react.
Lifeline was called in.
I sustained a traumatic brain injury. I was bleeding from my head and both of my ears. I had to have my head drilled.
Danny would see the inside of a hospital for more than 3 months.
I just wanted to go home. Home is where my heart was.
10 seconds.
They took her to jail.
And your life changes forever.
I'm not vindictive, but you got what you got coming to you.
If you injure a road worker because of careless driving through a construction zone, you will be prosecuted. No excuses.
God help you,
For your sake and theirs, read the signs. Slow down. Pay attention.
A message from Indiana Laborers Union of North America and affiliated locals.
And we're talking about Jim Nance here paying $1 million a year to his wife. Hey, it's Stan Dockage here. I'm talking about Just Add Water Boats, the only place I know of where you can ride before you buy on Indy's only test lake. Just Add Water Boats, oldest boat dealer in Indy. I'll be there Wednesday, hopefully around 10 o'clock. Largest Yamaha boat dealer in the Midwest. Head down South 465 East Side. Take a look at over 400 new and used boats. Make sure you check out their #1 selling boat from Yamaha. By now, take advantage of manufacturers' incentives. They're going on at this moment. Online, justaddwaterboats.com. Just Add Water Boats will just add more than a little fun to your life.
Hey, it's JMV, and if you love to travel, let's say you're on the move and you need a little extra cash. Forum Credit Union's MasterCard credit card is for you. With no foreign transaction fees and unlimited cash back with every purchase, this card is perfect when you're traveling for everyday expenses as well. It is so easy. You can visit forumcu.com, stop by any branch location, talk to Kevin or Trevor about this. Again, it's Forum's MasterCard. For more info online, forumcu.com today.
Hey, this is Lee Dockage for Body Sculpt RX. So you've heard Dan and Kyle talk about their results with the medically supervised programs at Body Sculpt RX, and now I'm doing cool sculpting. Guys and gals, there are some areas working out and diet just can't get. Did you know that cool sculpting is the #1 non-invasive lipo procedure in the U.S.? I just did it, and it doesn't hurt, with no downtime. So take your tax refund and invest in yourself. Book your appointment today for a free consultation with Maria and Michelle at Body Sculpt RX.
Are you sick and tired of ridiculous energy bills? Hey, it's JMV for Universal Windows Direct. The best windows, super spacer technology, warm air in, cold air out this time of year. And right now, for every window you buy, you get the next window free, no limits, and 0% financing for 36 months, plus free installation. Some restrictions apply, plus they'll back it up with a true lifetime warranty. Schedule your free in-home estimate today. 317-547-2600. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
And now, a quick comparison from Grasshopper. When you're always on the go, what would you prefer? An office phone system?
Hey, it's Rochelle. Sorry I missed you earlier. Had an errand to run, but I'm back in the office, so give me a call when you get this.
Or one that works on your cell phone? No hardware needed, courtesy of Grasshopper.
Oh, one sec. It's a business call. Hi, this is Rochelle with Way Forward Partners. How can I help?
There's no contest. Put your best voice forward with Grasshopper, the virtual phone system for small business. Try it free at grasshopper.com.
Here's what's happening with the Fan.
Find out where the next Fan event will be. Check out all of our live remotes, appearances, and more under the events tab at 1070thefan.com. Follow the Fan on social media. The Fan is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Like and follow the Fan for updates on all things Indy Sports Center. Looking for concert tickets? How about sporting event tickets or just free stuff? Then go to 1070thefan.com. It's your chance to win free prizes today.
For more info, click on IndySportsCenter.com.
Fast is a gig speed network that gets business done. Beyond Fast is technology that makes business boom. Comcast Business. Beyond Fast. Visit ComcastBusiness.com.
Hey, Dan Dockich, it's Easter week. Think spring, everyone. I just finished my grueling TV commitment for ESPN. I must say I felt and looked marvelous. I did. I got a lot of compliments on my threads from the Leon Tailoring Company. Are you done? Thank you. Shout out to the Leon Tailoring Company folks, Kim, Judy, Norman, and Larry. You're the best. They know what they are doing. They should. They've been in business over 100 years. I think they have styling down. Can't last in this business if you don't. I know you men out there can count on Leon Tailoring Company. I do swear to God, it is awesome. Anyway, and women, listen to me, right? Leon has you covered as well. Visit Leon Tailoring Company today. You'll walk out looking stylish, up to date. Thanks to the ready-to-wear department with always the look and fit you expect from a family-owned business. Go see Judy, Kim, Larry, and Norman, 809 North Delaware today. Get yourself something nice for Christmas, something new for spring. Leon Tailoring Company, 809 North Delaware. Tell them Dan sent you.
Drunk on you. Tune into the ride with JMV this week for your chance to win Luke Bryan tickets. The Ruoff Mortgage Center, August 18th. Details online now, 1070thefan.com.
The Jeff and Big Joe Show.
Victor Oladipo, welcome into the Fan. Everybody's been asking me, you feeling good? Everything's good?
Doing well, taking it one day at a time. Doing everything I can to get my leg back to where it needs to be.
What does this team need to do to win this series?
And keep playing at a high level.
What's the hardest thing about guarding Kyrie?
He just knows how to win. It's not really one person that needs to stop him. It's a whole team. It's going to be a whole team effort.
The Jeff and Big Joe Show. 10 till noon weekdays on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan. Dan Dockich. Weekdays noon till 3 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
I don't know who the guy is that substitutes for Bob Lee on ESPN, but I'm telling you, he, to me, is the absolute best. I don't know his name, but he was just on Bob Lee's show. I forget what it is. And all I know is, look at Greg Shaheen, just doing Greg Shaheen things. All I know is that Bob Lee's good, but this guy, I don't know his name, but he is really good. Every time I watch him, I think, man, I would continue to watch that guy. Put him on more stuff. Game of Thrones was just okay. Did you watch it? It's just okay. It wasn't great. I'm going to go back and watch it. Probably go back and watch the previous 2 episodes to the one. They introduced us yesterday, and it was okay. I don't know. If you loved it, let me know. I don't know if I loved it or not. I'm not saying I loved it. Coming up at 1:45, my friend Andy North is going to join us. Tiger Woods got it done yesterday. It was a great day yesterday. Tiger Woods in the morning. That spilled into the afternoon, and I was not mad about it. Although I must say that I wish the Pacers had started like at 2:30. But that's all right. 1 o'clock was fine. Can't whine too much. The guy from Hamilton Southeastern, the JV coach, deleted his insulting tweet. Smart move. It's just amazing how dumb guys can be that never played nothing other than Manchester baseball or something. Just don't be stupid. Don't be an idiot. And the JV coach at HSE is an idiot. So at least now he's less of an idiot because he was smart enough to delete. I can't think of his name. And Aaron Wells. Yeah, dumbass. Here he is. I am sorry for my tweet referring to your opinions and relevancy. Obviously, you played D1 and I played D3. Shut up. Shut up. Yeah. I was upset. Then don't be upset, you idiot. I was upset about what you said about Miles Turner. Aaron Wells. You know, people just act like idiots. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're an idiot. Sorry, you're an idiot. You shouldn't be coaching people. But yeah, you should be. I don't know. I mean, I know you're the catcher's coach or whatever. Tired of idiots. Which I am. Yeah, I forgive you. It's all great, but great. I was upset. What are you, 10? I was upset. You said something about. So they insult my basketball career when you were like a Division 12 bad player? What are you doing? I can be brutal, but it just blanks me off. Yeah, Ryan Smith, that's the guy. Thank you. Ryan Smith is good, man. Ryan Smith is really, really good. I was upset. So I had to insult your playing career from 40 years ago when I was a Division 12 player. Guys drive me battlink crazy. The Full House star, the hot one, says that they're innocent. What's her name? Lori Loughlin and her husband, because hot Full House star cannot marry just a regular guy. She has to marry Massimo Giannulli. They said that, not good. Now I hope you go to jail. Felicity Huffman and 12 other parents said, yeah, we're guilty. You got us. I don't understand why it's a big deal. I'm not going to lie. I do not understand why it's even a little bit of a big deal that they decided to pay people to go to college. People have been paying to go to college in various ways. All those guys on the front row at every school that you watch have probably in some way, shape, or form helped somebody they know get into a game, get into a place. Or the guys that own the suites have probably at some way, shape, or form helped somebody because of their money get into a game or get into IU. Every one of them. And I'm not mad about it. I mean, the American way. Who do you know? Help me. Okay, good. Pay me. Okay, I'll do that too. Why is it a big deal? I don't understand. Because somebody else deserving. Well, then, okay, then don't let donors that give big money and put their names on things then have influence on their kids. Look at their kids as well, because that's all it is. That's all it is. That's it. So, at the end of the day, go back at all them, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure I'm wrong. Interesting. Marquette forwards. This is interesting. Sam and Joey Hauser are in the transfer portal. If Sam and Joey Hauser are smart, they'll look at Purdue and Indiana. I mean, always smart to look at Indiana. That's big because last week Marcus Howard came back. This week, these guys are in the transfer portal. You do not know. Like a lot of people ask me, how good do I think Indiana or Purdue is going to be next year? We'll talk to Matt Painter tomorrow at 1:30. But you just don't know. You do not know because nobody has a handle on who's transferring, who is not. Like Ty Jerome just announced he basically is leaving school. Now, remember, you can sign with an agent and come back to school. Maybe he will. Dan, of course people have been paying to get people into colleges for years, but it's bad optics for people like this to get caught. None of these people are sorry. They're just sorry they got caught. Boy, you're right, Indy Vintage Arts. Good to see you back. I haven't seen you in a while. Indy Arts Vintage. You're absolutely right. Totally, completely right. I'm mad they got caught. It's been going on for years. For years. And I don't know why everybody all of a sudden's mad about this. I get it. Now sports are involved and coaches are making money. I get it. I do. Hey, Dan, I think it's more about tax evasion. Really? Dan, CBS Sports are projecting Romeo Langford to go number 8. Here's what they said. 6'6" guard, average 16.5, 5.5, 34 minutes. His low three shooting is a concern. He did not play with a torn ligament in his shoe. All right, let's ask this question. When is Romeo Langford getting surgery? Has he had surgery? Does anybody know? I'm here. I don't know if that's actually happening. Maybe. I hope it is. I mean, hoping that he's not lying to us. But would it surprise you? I'm just asking a question. Now, I'm sure that lady lawyer at IU is going to say that's racist to ask the question because she's nuts, but she's not nuts. She's just wrong on this kind of stuff. But shoe guy is racist, according to the lady lawyer at IU, which I don't agree with. Mimicking is racist as well. Well, then I'm anti-white because I mimic more white people in the world than I do Bruiser Flint. Listen to this. I want to thank everybody involved with the Marquette basketball program for providing me. These kids are so full of crap. Thank you for everything, Marquette. No, shut up. That clown, Quinones, what's his name? Evan Quinones, the kid who's going to eventually visit, apparently, Indiana. Indiana is not taking my advice, so Indiana will lose once again. Sam Hauser, Joey Hauser, wow. It's really amazing. Indiana will not take my advice, and they're not being very smart here. This kid, Lester Quinones, you let him go. He's an attention-grabbing kid. Do not turn up, Indy, for me coming. Oh, okay. All right. How's Ann Arbor? Where are my Michigan fans at? Turn me up, Indy. Where are my Hoosier fans at? Why? No, if he goes to Michigan, he'll be fine. But you can't if you're Indiana. You already had this. Hey, Dan, my dad pulled some strings and paid to get me into small engine repair class. Hey, Doug, my dad pulled some strings, and when I was 7 years old, he lied and said I was 8, and he got me into the denims at Junedale Little League. Yeah, he did. And we were good, too. We were the Cubs. That's right. That's right. We were the Cubs. Jimmy Bistro and I, we were dominant. Although in Andy Atar pitched, we were scared because he broke blood vessels on kids' legs. If he hit you. That's what we said anyway. Whew. All right, we're going to come back. Yeah, stop it. Stop it with the Game of Thrones. People are making this Game of Thrones so, I don't know, so dramatic. It wasn't that dramatic yesterday. Pierre Desir. Oh, we missed Pierre Desir. Andy North coming up next.
Do you owe the IRS or state back taxes that you can't afford to pay? If so, listen carefully because you may qualify to have your debt dramatically reduced by up to 90%. You heard right. The IRS has made it easier than ever to settle delinquent tax problems through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative. Qualifying for this program may end any collection efforts against you, resolve your tax problem, and possibly reduce your back taxes by up to 90%. And all you have to do is make one phone call to Victory Tax Solutions. The IRS can garnish your bank account, pension, and savings. So don't wait. If you have unfiled tax returns or unpaid tax debt to the IRS or state, these special programs are available to you now. Stop your worrying and call the hotline at Victory Tax Solutions today to see if you qualify and potentially save thousands of dollars. For this free information, call 800-300-5056. 800-300-5056. That's 800-300-5056.
It's JMV for the Four Winds Lakeside Inn and Marina at Lake Monroe. The marina is open. Paradise Rental Boats at Four Winds will make sure you have a great time on the water. From wave runners to pontoon boats, Paradise has over 50 rental boats for a guaranteed fun day. And while you're there, enjoy hiking, mini golf, and indoor-outdoor heated pool. Book a midweek staycation today for just $249. Man, what a deal. Book online at fourwindslakeside.com or call 812-824-BOAT. Four Winds Lakeside in a marina. Tell them JMV sent you.
Hey, it's Stan Dockage here for Gutter Helmet. Look, when you look at my house, Gutter Helmet looks great. Why did I get Gutter Helmet? Because, well, quite frankly, a couple reasons. Number one, I went up on a ladder to clean out the debris. And it's not only the debris in the fall, it's the debris right now, the cottonwoods, the propellers, all those things get in your gutter. They leave stuff, and they clog up your gutter. This time of year, it's imperative. Then, of course, in May, it's Snowmageddon with the cottonwoods that look pretty, but they don't melt. They stick in your gutter, clogging it up, leaving standing water, which is the worst thing possible for your house. Nothing worse than standing water in your gutters. It causes leaks, or standing water around your foundation. Structural damage, well, it costs us a lot of money. Do what good coaches do. Play offense. Play offense. Call Gutter Helmet right now. 1-800-5HELMET. Best defense is a good offense, but you got to beat the bull by the horns, whatever it is. Whatever the right saying is. 800-5HELMET or gutterhelmet.com.
Wherever you turn, May is in the air. From Monument Circle to Gasoline Alley, a rush of pure adrenaline with 300,000 fans screaming over 700 horsepower engines, where 33 drivers battle wheel to wheel for racing immortality. This is the Indy 500 presented by Gainbridge, part of the NTT IndyCar Series. Ticket prices go up May 1st, so buy now and save at IMS.com. This is Indy. This is May.
Hey, business owners. It's Switch and Save days at Comcast Business. Right now, when you switch to the nation's largest gig speed network, you save on fast, reliable internet. Get started with 25 megabit internet and voice for $59.90 per month for a 2-year agreement when you sign up for EcoBill and automatic payment. That's $650 off our regular yearly price. Plus, ask how you can get a $500 prepaid card, too. Just one more way we take your business beyond. There's never been a better time to switch to Comcast Business. But hurry, Switch and Save Days ends April 21st. Call 1-800-501-6000 today. Comcast Business. Beyond fast.
Offer ends 4/21/19. Restrictions apply. New business customers only. 2-year agreement required. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra, subject to change. Prepaid offer ends 4/21/19.
Soccer Saturday featuring Indy 11. If this is your football, this is your show. Saturday at 9 on The Fan. Dan Dakich, weekdays noon till 3 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Hey, congratulations to Roxy! Roxy! Let's go, Roxy. I'm sending you Kyle Yu's number. For the you won. Man, there you go. Dan, I hope the Hausers take their transfer portal to Purdue. The Neon Cactus in Harry's Chocolate Shop is a hell of a place. I'm not going to lie. Austin K, I went into Harry's a while back, and I loved it. I'm not going to lie. It's no Knicks in my mind. You know how we do. You know, when you go to a certain school, there are places that, hold it up for you. But Knicks, to me, is it. Andy North is going to join us in about 3 to 5 minutes. He's going through TSA right now, getting back from Augusta. Steve Alford was on. I didn't like it. Steve Alford was on Dan Patrick. They made fun of me. Called me the mitten instead of the glove. Alford called it my story stopping Michael Jordan. Stop it. Seriously, is there nothing in sports more disingenuous than the phony? I want to thank Marquette for all they've done, but I'm transferring. There's nothing more disingenuous than that. And I don't care. Don't at me. I don't care if a kid transfers. It doesn't make a big deal. I used to because, it was my livelihood. I don't care if a kid transfers now. Good news out of Indiana so far. Really, no one of interest has transferred. The Forrester kid. That's good. I mean, that's bad. I don't know, good or bad. And that's about it, right? One of the Blackmans transferred, but what are you going to do? I don't know that that's bad. Tiger Woods winning yesterday. If you cried, God bless you. But I did not. I thought it was amazing. All of a sudden, I looked up and Dustin Johnson's in first place. I'm like, what the hell is it? Where did he come from? Tiger outthought him. Tiger out-toughed him. And most importantly, Tiger outplayed him. Tiger out-toughed him when he got in contention and didn't miss a shot. Tiger outthought him when both, Molinari and Finau went in the water on 12. Tiger, knowing his history, hit it over the bunkers on the short par 3 because if you mishit it, it's in the bunker. Those two guys mishit it, and it went in the water. So he's hitting third, 2 guys in the drink. He steps up and outthinks him. Then Tiger Woods outplayed him on 16. If you know the 16th hole, it's a par 3, about 175 yards or so. You use an 8-iron, or most of them did. There's a big hump, and the Sunday pin is really fun because if you hit on the right side of the pin in about a 5-yard area, the ball will run to the hole and very dramatically almost go in or go in. I think there were 2 aces yesterday. Tiger Woods outplayed him by simply putting the ball in the right spot, tapping it in for a birdie, giving himself a 3-shot lead. I believe it was a 3-shot lead. Maybe it was a 2-shot lead. I think it was a 2-shot lead at that time. And then he out-toughed him. And Koepka, I think, is a very tough, competitive guy. He's shown his mettle. But Koepka could not make the birdie putt, or the par putt, excuse me. The par putt would have given Tiger, or made Tiger, let me back up. The par would have made Tiger's bogey into a playoff. Tiger hit a drive right in the fairway, clipped the tree. And I have no idea how they did this, but CBS totally missed it. He hit the tree. So there you go. Anyway, he just outthought him, out-toughed him, and outplayed him, and that's a pretty good combination to be. He hung around all week. Didn't mess around, and away you went. It was great. I thought it was really great. It was really fun. It was fantastic to watch. It was one of those deals where you're like, oh, man, this is awesome. And you couldn't stop watching. Andy North was there. But he just did all those things. And anybody that thought, all these media guys say, well, I never thought Tiger Woods would win again. That's fine. But when they say nobody ever thought, I did. I said on this show, I thought he would win another major. Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris is burning down, it looks like. Man. It's unbelievable. Hope everything's okay. The greatest to ever do it, Andy North, joins us. Hey, Andy, I just said this. Tiger out-toughed him, Tiger out-thought him, and Tiger outplayed him. And I thought the shot on 12 showed that he out-thought him, and I thought the shot on 16 showed that he outplayed him. That fairly accurate?
Dan, you're, unusual, but yes, you are fairly accurate with that.
Thank you. Trying to help you.
I appreciate that. I need help.
Hey,
I do definitely need help.
Hey, if Tiger, now it looked to me like he hit a tree on 18. If Koepka's shot goes in, does Tiger play 18 different, or did that ball hit a tree?
It did not hit a tree. He was making sure that he missed it to the right of the green, and overdid it, and that's why I was so far short right of the green. He was not going to hit it left. The only way he can make double and lose the tournament was hit left of the green, so he made sure he had it out there to the right.
Okay, so I'm right about one. I'm wrong about the other. Was he the best player?
That's 50-50.
Yeah.
That's pretty darn good for you.
That's really good for me. You kidding me? I'm ahead of the game. How cool was it for you with all that you've done in golf, 2-time U.S. Open champ? You've been at every event, all this kind of – how cool was it? How cool was yesterday for you?
It was a blast. I've been really fortunate that through my lifetime at ESPN, I started with Tiger. I was doing TV when he came on the road, and I've been able to see him win so many times. I've been walking with him probably 15 or 20 of those wins coming down the stretch on Sunday. So it's pretty cool. And then the reaction of the people, I thought, was the most amazing thing of the whole day. From the time he putted out at 18 until he signed his card, that next 4 or 5 minutes was the loudest noise, the most ridiculous chanting his name, doing all crazy stuff you don't see at golf tournaments, and particularly not at Augusta National.
How about all the past champions lining up? That happens a little bit, but not to that extent. At least I didn't feel. Was that odd?
No, that was unusual. It just shows the respect that they have for him and what he's done for them. It's a little bit like the guys that show up on Thursday morning to watch Jack and Gary hit the opening tee shot.
It's just a respect. How did Tiger Woods turn this whole thing around from a public perspective?
Well, I don't think – I think the biggest thing is that he finally got healthy where he could play golf, and he's come back very appreciative of this chance that he has a second chance in this game. I think he's seen the world through the eyes of his kids the last 3 or 4 years, and I think that's made a big difference. His reaction with the fans since he came back has been unbelievable. The reaction to the media has been really good. He's much, much more open and honest about stuff, and I think people appreciate that.
We like a good redemption story. Some guys don't make it back. Some guys do in terms of public opinion. You mentioned it. Like, people all over the world are celebrating this, Andy. This is one of a kind of a deal, right?
Well, I don't think you can. We got into a discussion last night. What's the greatest comeback in the history of sports? And, there's a lot of guys that come back from ACLs and Tommy John surgeries and that kind of stuff. We thought probably the only thing that was greater than this is when Ben Hogan almost got killed in the bus accident in the early 50s and came back and won major championships. Most team sports, you've got somebody, you can be average after an injury and still be considered great because your team does well. This is a whole other ballgame. If you don't get it done here, the right-hander doesn't come out of the bullpen with 4 holes to play. You're out there fighting through it. And I think what he showed, the maturity he showed, the fact that the experience, I think, played a big part of him winning. He knew when to attack and when not to. All in all, I thought he was as locked in to play golf last week as I've seen him in 15 years.
Why? You think the whole child thing? I mean, you said earlier, but there's got to be a ton of reasons as to why. No.
Well, I think the biggest thing is that he knew that he was really close to playing well. He knew that if he could eliminate distractions, you didn't see him talking to other players during rounds like you have over the last year or so. It was he and Joey locked in. You saw him miss putts and walk over and just put the putter down on the bag and just keep totally focused. It's like his demeanor never changed, good or bad. And I think you have trouble finding many weeks that he's been like that. And once he got into the middle of the hunt on Sunday, he was so locked in. You could see it. He didn't play particularly well early on. He made a couple of bogeys, came back and then had a great chance for a birdie and missed it. And then made a couple of birdies at 7 and 8 with great shots. And then the 2-putt at 9, I think that really changed it. But I really thought one of the really important shots that he played all week long was the second shot at 10, and that's something no one needed talking about. I mean, he was in a position he could have probably tried to take a 3-iron or a 5-wood and hit a giant slice up over the trees, over the azalea bushes to the 10th green and, try some hero shot. And he just calmly pitched it down the fairway, had the attitude that if I get it up and in from 150 yards, great. If not, no big deal. I still can win. And I think that's how you win major championships, being smart, understanding the situation, and then going ahead and making the right play.
Andy, I thought the 2-putt on 9 was one of the most amazing. Like I've been there only once, so I don't really know. But man,
it was like going from Chicago through West Lafayette to get to Bloomington. I mean, that was pretty much what it was like. Over a couple of big ridges, 15 feet of break. I would bet, Dan, I could put you in his spot and let you hit 50 putts. And of the 50 putts you hit, 10 will go off the green past the hole. 20 will be short on the second level. And if you get lucky, you could get the rest of them on that level and none of them inside of 3 feet.
Well, I'm always the standard by which greatness is tested. I get that. So I understand. But how about you? I mean, you're a U.S. Open champ twice. Put you up there. I mean,
I'd have done the exact same thing. You know that.
I know.
It'd have just been perfect speed, great imagination. It'd have been right down there. Been disappointed it didn't go in.
You know what's weird about Tiger Woods, and you know this better than anybody. I mean, you kind of expect those kind of things, don't you?
Well, absolutely. you could argue where he stands in the line of the greatest players ever. But I don't think you get much past he and Nicholas at the top. And, if those guys went out to play an exhibition tomorrow at their best, I'd pay money to go watch it. I usually wouldn't go across the street to watch somebody play golf.
Right. All right, last thing, the Hauser brothers are transferring from Marquette. Is that big?
I didn't know that. I've been so out of touch. What are they doing?
They both announced 20 minutes ago that they're transferring.
Where are they going?
They haven't said. They're just very thankful for the opportunity at Marquette, blah, 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 but we're leaving.
Well, geez.
Big news, right?
Well, if we could somehow convince them to be that Madison would be a really good place for them, we'd be in a really nice place, I think, going forward. But I know nothing. I mean, literally, I'm in such lockdown during this week. I don't know if the Russians would have invaded China, I wouldn't have probably found out until this morning.
Right. You're just hoping they don't, you're at Augusta. You're not allowed. Look, do they allow you to think when you're at Augusta, or do they take away all outside thought once you walk in?
We think a lot.
Oh, you do?
You don't get to look. See, this is old generation. I actually think with my brain. I don't have to go on internet and Twitter to figure out how I want to think. So we're good. We're all good that way.
The per diem will be there in about 6 months. There you go. Good for you. It'll be reimbursed.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, actually, you have to know somebody. I think we can get it done in 30 days or less.
No way. No way.
I'll bet you.
No, I won't bet you, because that's how important you are, and that's how important the Masters is. There you go. Hey, man, I've loved watching you.
It's a pleasure.
I love watching you, man. And thank you very much for your time. I know you're traveling home, Andy. Thanks, man.
You got it. Thanks, pal. See
All
ya.
right. That's the great Andy North, my idol, one of my idols growing up. He's great. Love that guy. All right, we'll come back. Your phone calls. What did you think of Tiger Woods? 317-239-1070 next. Dan Dockich here. Safety is just as important in retirement as it is in sports. One wrong move, and you can be, eating cat food or something bad. Seriously, you want your retirement savings to be safe, and Crown Haven guarantees 100% safety for your deposit, providing you growth without risk. You participate in market gains without losses. Crown Haven Wealth Advisors have zero management fees on guaranteed accounts. Your income is guaranteed for life. That's right. Guaranteed for life. Whether you have a question, need a little strategic advice, or want a second opinion, get a customized smart money plan handcrafted for your specific goals and your needs. Call Crown Haven now and request your free custom tailored retirement plan, a $500 value, and you have to ask for a free copy of Baby Boomer Retirement Boot Camp book. Call 844-896-7233. That's 844-896-7233. Online, crownhaven.com.
Attention, men. It's a proven fact that a lack of intimacy in a relationship can hurt self-esteem and lead to emotional detachment. Let the Indianapolis Men's Clinic help you create the relationship you have always wanted and put an end to ED and PE with one visit. Erectile dysfunction and premature issues are simple to eliminate with the right treatments and the providers that understand how they work. The doctors at Indianapolis Men's Clinic offer the latest and available treatments with same-day solutions for erectile and premature issues. You can increase ability and stamina in just one visit. Most men think the little blue pills or testosterone are the only options. Not true. Call 999-9000 to meet with a licensed medical providers no matter what age you are. And even if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or have had your prostate removed, they can help you too. 999-9000. 999-9000. Or go to indymensclinic.com. That number again, 999-9000.
There's something different about a diamond from Diamonds Direct. It sparkles more. It's more brilliant. It stands out. People notice it more. You know why? It starts with owners who are obsessed with quality and perfection. Every diamond at Diamonds Direct is handpicked for maximum brilliance. We know how to get the perfect cut that gives you that magic sparkle. In fact, we're so picky, for every 100 diamonds we look at, we will usually only choose about 5 to bring back to our showroom. Then, to give you the ultimate in confidence, our diamonds are certified by the most stringent and most reputable American gem labs. In fact, Diamonds Direct has one of the largest selections of GIA-certified diamonds in the country. Our passion for quality extends to the rings we sell too. Our engagement rings are not cookie cutter. They're handcrafted by the world's top ring designers with intricate detail and true artisan craftsmanship made right here in America. No cutting corners, no compromises. That's why you can always spot a diamond from Diamonds Direct, where Indy gets engaged. Keystone at the Crossing. Online, diamondsdirect.com.
I was dragged underneath the car. It was a frightening experience, and I just wasn't going to die that day.
Danny was a road worker on a road job site. Just minutes before his day ended, it happened.
I don't even know the amount of feet that she dragged me underneath the car.
A reckless driver in a construction zone hit Danny.
It was so quick that I couldn't even react.
Lifeline was called in.
I sustained a traumatic brain injury. I was bleeding from my head and both of my ears. I had to have my head drilled.
Danny would see the inside of a hospital for more than 3 months.
I just wanted to go home. Home is where my heart was.
10 seconds.
They took her to jail.
And your life changes forever.
I'm not vindictive, but you got what you got coming to you.
If you injure a road worker because of careless driving through a construction zone, you will be prosecuted. No excuses.
God help you,
For your sake and theirs, read the signs. Slow down. Pay attention.
A message from Indiana Laborers Union of North America and affiliated locals.
DriveBuellerChevy.com. Well, that's the place to go for the largest Chevy inventory in the entire state of Indiana. Also, 10-year, 200,000-mile limited warranty. How about that?
Sports Center updates on the Fan are brought to you by Big O Tires. Buy 3, get 1 free on select and stock Aspen Touring and Mesa Tires. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
This is Indy Sports Center.
WFNI, WIBC, HD2,
W298BB, W228CX, Indianapolis.
On tomorrow's Jeff and Big Joe show, Purdue coach Jeff Brom joins us, plus the latest with the Colts. And what did the Pacers do in Boston today? We'll see you tomorrow morning at 10.
Dan Dakich, weekdays noon till 3 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Pierre Desir signed a new deal with the Colts, not with the Pacers. Although every guy that plays football thinks they can play basketball, and every guy that plays basketball thinks they can play football. But Pierre Desir was really good last year for the Colts. It was great. And he was rewarded 3-year, $25 million, $22.5 million. I'm sorry, I gave you $2.5 million more. My apologies, Pierre. Congratulations, man, on a new contract.
Man,
how good.
Man, thank you.
In my little world, when you get a new contract, it always feels good, right? I mean, it just does. But you're appreciating all that kind of stuff. But my man, this is life-changing money. You had to at one point, did you just sit down and look up and go, "Thank you, thank you, thank you"?
Every day, man. Just every day, just thankful for it, man. It's been a long journey. Hard work pays off, and I'm just blessed for the opportunity to continue to live out my dream.
This is an odd question, but you were born in Haiti. How many people born in Haiti have ever played in the NFL? Do you have any idea?
Born in Haiti. Ooh. I'm not sure. I know there's a lot of players from have Haitian descent with parents that are from Haiti, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I can't imagine there's all that many. All right. I thought, last year your journey is great. Can you talk about when you first came to the Colts, how you were as a player and now as a player with the Colts?
When I came to the Colts, my first season with them, I've been cut 4 times before then. So my mindset was just to make sure I maximize my opportunity. I try to help other players, also trying to make sure that I didn't get cut again. So I did whatever I could. I bought in, and, I just try to live out each day, and give out my best effort. So I was just trying to didn't want to let my dream end again because I've been there before I've been cut. So I was just trying to make sure I did everything in my power and in my control to continue living out my dream.
Was there a day or was there a moment where you realized, look, I got cut for a reason and I'm not going to let that reason happen again? Was there anything like that?
Yeah, it was a little bit of that, and then it was a little bit of, you know what, I have to work harder. I had to take a step back and look at my work ethic. I had to look at, my playing skill level. And I had to really evaluate myself. And luckily I had a great support system that told me and, believed in me and gave me the confidence. But I did have to take a look at myself and said, it's not just the coaches or the teams. part of it is on me.
Right, because the first thing a lot of people want to do, right, is blame other people, right?
Right. Absolutely. I think it's a natural thing, but sometimes you have to take a step back and look at yourself and know that, it may be something that you're doing or something that you're not doing.
When you look at your journey, Washburn University, Lindenwood University, that's not Florida and Florida State, right? Right? I mean, first off, how did you catch the attention of the NFL?
I think it was, I think it was going into after my junior year, going into my senior year. I had that year I had 9 interceptions. So that was something that I think caught their attention. But also it was during that time where teams were looking for bigger corners, and me being 6'2", I was a bigger corner. So I think it was just all happened at the right time for me. Just me finally getting back in the groove of playing football and teams looking for bigger corners.
What's the biggest challenge? Last year you start 1-5, you get going. Now you got a lot of attention. What's the biggest challenge with handling attention?
The biggest challenge is not let it, build you up to something that you're not. I think we all have to stay humble. We know that we have a lot of work to do. We have done some things well, but I think for us is we focus on one day at a time and getting better, and that's what you have to continue to do. Let the outside noise speak, and then you just got to worry about what you can do, worry about your craft, and worry about getting better.
Is that both as a team and you individually now that you've got a big contract, you're established now, there's a little more pressure on that too?
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be pressure, but I think if you just focus on what you can control, continue getting better because there's always something you can get better at, and just continue to learn. Understand this is going to be a process. What you did is back in the past doesn't mean anything anymore. You have to continue to do better and continue to show people, and that's how we think, and that's how I've been taking my thought process throughout all this.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, when you get done playing, you need to go into broadcasting, man, because you're really, really good. I really enjoy talking to you. What are you guys doing? I do. I mean, you're great. A lot of guys are. Some aren't. You are. What do you guys do now? Okay, you're in the locker room. Guys are back. What is a day like today, tomorrow? What are you doing?
Today is, this phase 1 process is mainly just getting introduced back into the playbook. We go over our plays, the basic plays, and then we work out and we run. So it's kind of like college spring ball. But without being able to play football at this time. It's more of the studying and lifting and the conditioning. But I think it's very important for us to be able to get that team bonding in at this time. Guys may learn something that they didn't know from the previous year, and it's good. And it's a good time to restart and good time to establish everything again and bring everyone together.
How many days, weeks, months does it take for your body to feel right after a season?
Ooh, I think it takes a little bit. I would say maybe a couple of weeks.
Yeah, right.
But then again, there's not really an off season. I know we call it that, but you still have to maintain your conditioning, maintain your strength. There's a lot of things you still have to do, but you don't really necessarily have to run as much. But you still got to stay in shape. So, I mean, it just depends on how long your season was. But it is important to take a step back and take care of your body.
Hey, yeah, I did cryotherapy the other day. Do you do that?
I do. I do that. I do whatever I can to make me feel good for Sunday.
Hey, do me a favor. All right, go through. You do cryotherapy?
So a typical, recovery day or something would be I would do float tank. I do more of a float tank.
Yes, I was going to ask you about that. I'm doing that tomorrow.
Yes, I like to do it twice or 3 times a month just so I can relax and refocus and not let the outside world really bother me. So that's the time where I can just take everything out and just really relax. And I get massages twice a week and just some other, like a pedicure, starting the feet up. So I think that's very important. But there's a lot of things that cryotherapy helps. Probably the best, I think, would be the ice bath. Just hop in the ice bath. It hasn't failed, and it's easy to do at home or anywhere.
Pierre, I'm such a baby. The ice bath makes me cry. The cryotherapy was getting ready to make me cry. But I'm old. And that stuff. Tell me last thing before I let you go. And this isn't to do with football. The float tank. I'm doing that tomorrow. What is the float tank?
There's two versions, but the version that I like is the one which you're kind of like in an oval egg shaped deal, and it's like 400 plus pounds of just Epsom salt, and that allows you to float. And that's all it is. It's just an Epsom salt bath, but for me, it's a meditation type thing, relaxation type thing, and I enjoy it. And you can put music in there, but I like to just have it in silence.
Yeah. All right, and the pedicure is unbelievable. Guys don't understand pedicures, Pierre. Guys laugh at me when my wife and I go get pedicures, and I talk about it on the air. But pedicure is one of the great relaxing things that a guy can do. I try to tell people.
Absolutely, got to take care of your feet, especially from the shoes and all the walking, and
right.
It's definitely something that I recommend.
Right. Hey, congratulations. Great job. I hope to have you on again. Fantastic. Have a great OTAs. Thanks for coming on, man. It's great stuff.
I appreciate you. You have a good one.
All right. It's Pierre Desir. I love Pierre Desir. 4 Winds Lakeside in Marina Hotline. If you don't like Pierre Desir, that's on you. And by the way, I went to Cryotherapy Indy. Oh, I'm not mad at it. I need to know your experiences with cryotherapy. You bet you have not been in the float tank, right? Oh man, I can't wait to go tomorrow. I'm gonna float. Epsom salts is what I grew up on. Whenever we had an injury, it was mercurochrome or Epsom salts. Put your feet in Epsom salts. What the hell are Epsom salts? I don't know. Just put your damn feet in it. Can't wait. Indy Cryotherapy, man. Or Cryotherapy Indy. I don't know which one it is, but I'm going to be there at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Cryotherapy, you go in this cold tube. And it's cold. But you know what? I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all. And the people there, the nicest people, the best customer service I have had in the last, I don't know. The best customer service I have had has been at Cryotherapy Indy. It is. I'm telling you, I sat I stood in that tank for 3.5 minutes or 3 minutes. Cold as hell. I mean, cold as hell. But you know what? It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt at all. It started to, but then I got out. I'm telling you, Saturday morning, go get the boots on. Get yourself the boots. Put those boots on. Cryotherapy Indy. CRYO Therapy. It's unbelievable. I'm telling you. Don't at me either. And don't at me about, I'm going to see if Lee wants to go get a pedicure. I still have paint on my toenails because I haven't gotten a pedi since Christmas. Oh, I'm telling you. If you don't take care of yourself, incredible people, incredible business, it's unbelievable. Who was that? What did that guy want? They're so good. I'm going back tomorrow for the float tank. My wife got it for me for Christmas. Hey, guys, if you want to get your wife something, get her the float tank. Lee got me it's not expensive either. And then you can lay there for 20 minutes in these boots on your legs. Oh, you lay there in a lazy chair and the TV's right there. And the boots that you zip up like in a bag of boots. And you know how when you pump up when you get your blood pressure checked, It's like that on your boots, and it starts at your toes, and it squeezes. Oh. Float tank. Man, when he said float tank. Whew. Wow. Unbelievable what's going on tomorrow. This stuff's cheap, too. Unbelievable what's going on in Paris. The sphere has collapsed. I hope this is not. I've not looked at anything, so don't get mad at me for asking, but I hope this is not terrorism. I hope. Man, do I hope. That would be terrible. It's terrible anyway. So right now, Notre Dame Cathedral in what's it called is on fire. In Paris is on fire. And all kind of bad stuff is happening, man. A massive fire broke out, sending flames shooting. Wow. They're saying renovations caused it. Okay. The cathedral's famous spire has collapsed in flames. Firefighters are on the scene trying to battle the blaze, but are reportedly having major problems due to their ladders being too short to attack the fire. Officials believe it may have been connected to renovations going on in the cathedral. That's from my friend Greg Shaheen. Wow. Apparently, Laura Ingraham said something that people don't like about Nipsey Hussle, and rappers want her fired. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know any of this. But I'm telling you, the best customer service I've received in a long time, Cryotherapy Indy. Oh, yeah. Hey, Dan, if you think pedicures are good, you need to try Chinese foot massage. Best thing ever. Are we allowed to say Chinese foot massage, or is that racist, according to the attorney at Indiana? Hey, how about the Sixers? Now I got to watch the Sixers series because I can't stand Russell Simmons. Oh, no, Ben Simmons. I like Russell Simmons. Ben Simmons. What the hell? Ben Simmons talking about the fans booing him. Joel Embiid, everybody lying. Amir Johnson had a phone on the bench. Joel Embiid's looking at the phone. Then, of course, Joel Embiid starts lying and saying that, well, his daughter was sick and I was checking. They were laughing. Don't even at me. Don't at me about none of this. The recovery room. Wait, I want to go to the recovery room. Cryotherapy, floating, local cryo, infrared sauna. Oh, Normatec. That's what you got to get, Normatec. Normatec's the boots. Oh. Do you know all this crap is available to student athletes? Do you know that? All this is available like every day to student athletes on college campuses. I'm telling you, if all this was available to me, I would never leave Assembly Hall. When I played at Indiana, you couldn't wait to leave Assembly Hall because you might see crazy. And no one wants to see crazy. But that's what we used to call them. Hey, you seen crazy today? No. All right, let's get out of here. Hey, did you do your taxes today? Make sure you do your taxes today. Here's a hint from my accountant. Take a picture of you doing your taxes and mailing it. Take a picture. Serious business. Because they can come up and say, well, you didn't file them. It happened to a friend of mine. You didn't file them on time. Well, now he takes a picture. Here is a video of me doing my taxes and sending my taxes in. Man. Tiger Woods, great. Pacers, awful. Miles Turner, my backside. We got change coming. 84-74. How about that? Game 2, Wednesday, 6:30, here. Tonight, instant replay at 6. We had Doyle earlier, John Wertheim, who did a great job. He's 60 Minutes correspondent, sat down with Steph Curry and all the fellas at Golden State. Pierre Desir just now, Andy North. What a show. That's the way it's going to be all week, people. We'll be back.
Spring is here and your neighborhood CertaPro Painters business is ready to help you get that painting project going. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated, and they're part of your community. That's why my wife and I have trusted them to take care of our home for the last decade. And right now, CertaPro Painters is celebrating their 20th anniversary, and they're offering a free interior wall paint upgrade for any project completed by May 31st to celebrate. Give CertaPro Painters a call now and get on their schedule at 800-GO-CERTA or go to CertaPro.com. And remember, Certa is with a C. CertaPro Painters, we do painting, you do life.
Family Leisure and Dan Dockage, we go together like hand in glove. I love Family Leisure. Why? Well, the pools. 24-foot pool. I got one. I love it. I don't kind of like it. I absolutely love it. And quite frankly, you will too. The spas, 6-person premium spas, all on sale right now, and you will love it. Look, you got to at some point at our age do something for yourself. 24-foot pool, $12.99. You got $12.99 in your couches. Spas from only $14.99. 6-person premium, $37.99. Check out the season's hottest patio furniture as well, along with fire pits, grills, accessories. Love my spa. You will too. Love my pool. You will too. Penn and Pike, Oak Landing Road, familyleisure.com. Hey, Dan Dockage here for Steffi Hadaway Insurance. For over 35 years, Steffi Hadaway Insurance has been the place to go for your insurance needs. Locations in Indy, Greenfield, and New Pal. Steffi Hadaway Insurance has nearly 25 agents ready, willing, and able to help you save money. I saved $150 when I used them. They represent over a dozen different insurance companies, which allows you to go to one place to see what the market has to offer, including Erie Insurance. 317-334-3743 or visit them online, shiagency.com.
If you're like me, you take walking seriously, so you wear Go Walks from Skechers. They're the only walking shoes I know that have the 5 Ables. What does that mean? You want walking shoes that are comfortable, breathable, washable, adorable, and affordable. That's the 5 Ables, and Skechers Go Walks have it all. They've got air-cooled Go-Go-Mat insoles for lasting comfort. They're made with washable, breathable materials. They're adorable, and they're wonderfully affordable. They're very able shoes. Get Skechers Go Walks at a Skechers store near you or wherever stylish shoes are sold.
Many medicines used to treat colds and flu contain acetaminophen, a pain reliever and fever reducer found in hundreds of over-the-counter and prescription medicines. But taking too much or more than one medication containing acetaminophen per day can damage your liver. So always read the label and don't take acetaminophen if you drink 3 or more alcoholic drinks every day. To learn more, visit fda.gov/OTC pain info. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Food and Drug Administration.
Hey, Dan Dockage here for Just Add Water Boats. They're my friends. I love Keith Hockett and the boys and girls there. The only place I know of where you can ride before you buy. Indy's only test lake. Just Add Water Boats is the oldest boat dealer in Indy, largest Yamaha boat dealer in the Midwest. Head down South 465 East Side. Take a look at over 400 new and used boats. Make sure you check out their #1 selling boat from Yamaha. Buy now. Take advantage of manufacturer incentives. Just Add Water Boats online. JustAddWaterBoats.com. Just Add Water Boats will just add a little more fun to your life.
It's playoff time, and Gold don't quit. Be there for Game 3 and support your Pacers versus the Celtics. Tickets at Pacers.com/playoffs. Pacers-Celtics, Friday at 8:30.
Oh, yeah, Hubler Chevrolet. Go to drivehublerchevy.com. That's the place I like to go. Why? Because they got the best deals, best cars, biggest inventory, 10-year, 200,000-mile limited warranty.
Tune in to Jeff and Big Joe this week for your chance to win tickets to the Golden Gloves boxing event. We've got your chance to win them every day. Details online now, 1070thefan.com.
There's never an excuse for missing anything on the Fan. 1070 The Fan on connected devices and smart speakers. 1070thefan.com. 1070 The Fan app on iTunes and the Google Play Store. For a full list, go to 1070thefan.com/listen. Plus, you can listen to all the shows by subscribing to the podcast. Take us anywhere and everywhere you go. FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan. Your home for Indy sports. Dan Dockage, weekdays noon till 3 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
See, this is what I like. I like Roxy and her son. A hip, hop, hippity hippity hip hip hop. You don't stop a rocket to the back. Don't even get me. I can go word for word with you. And if you're an adult my age, every adult my age can go word for word. I'll never forget one time we impressed my son and daughter by going word for word. Hey, good afternoon, Coach and producer Kyle. I just tuned in for the day, missed the opening hour of today's show. Guessing you probably had some Tigers Masters talk. Wondering if the big prize of having the winner is still the co-host gig. I hope so. Roxy won. Hey, Dan, I want to thank you for giving me Tiger. I'm not necessarily a Tiger fan, but the last time I had a favorite golfer, it was Ben Crenshaw. I tend to appreciate the great shots, great rounds over a specific golfer and find myself rooting for the underdog. However, my son Andrew is a crazy Tiger fan loyalist. So thank you for the opportunity for me to engage with my son on a really cool level for the Masters. I learned about the Tiger Tracker, really had a lot of fun. Another cool thing, yesterday, if he asked me if I appreciated the full circle of this experience, I did not remember, but in 16, we drove down together to Augusta for a practice round. That was when I introduced him to the DD show. He's been a loyal and avid listener ever since. Look forward to hearing from you guys. Roxy, you're in. I sent you Kyle K's number, baby. Bring your son in as well. We'll chat. You co-host. You win. You had Tiger. Tiger got it done, and it's spectacular. Good for Tiger Woods, man. Good for the world that we live in. I didn't cry. I mean, they're crying before the Masters. Like, Nick Faldo and frickin' Jim Nantz are sitting there bawling. Like, stop, Jim Nantz. Stop, Tom Rinaldi. Just stop. Wrestling wins slow. Jeez. And then then the media came out in full force yesterday. Some idiot named Jeff something. Jeff, he was a former NFL player, said, well, I guarantee you every guy that Jeff Schwartz. What's a Jeff Schwartz? Jeff Schwartz says, I don't know why. I don't see there's any hate. Jeff Schwartz, big fat football guy, said something really stupid. And I saw it, and I just thought, man, this is just really stupid. Let's see here. Where was it? I saw it, and I just lost it. Basically, what he's saying is that every guy that says anything negative about Tiger Woods winning is cheating on his wife. And I was like, what are you talking about? What's wrong with you? Tiger Woods, to me, I've said this before, I will say this again, I do not care. I do not care even a little bit. I do not care even sorta, kinda, maybe, kinda, sorta, maybe, what he does with his wife. I don't. Some guy named Jim Tabor. No, that can't be right. Anyway, it amazes me that look, to me, anyway, Tiger Woods winning is about great golf. To me, Tiger Woods winning is about me sitting on my dupayage and enjoying watching a hell of a round by a lot of guys that ended up with Tiger Woods winning. And if you want something interesting, go to Freezing Cold Takes, and it's really funny to watch all of these idiots that said Tiger Woods were done. I never thought Tiger Woods was done. I said it forever, and I will continue to say it. All these guys really funny. Number one, greatness doesn't end the way Tiger Woods ended. Like, if you thought Tiger Woods was done, then you don't understand greatness. You don't. I'm sorry. Greatness doesn't end that way. It never does. Name me, I guess you could say Michael Jordan, but what we see with Michael Jordan is him pushing off Byron Russell. We don't care about Michael Jordan with Washington. Greatness doesn't end the way Tiger Woods was supposed to end by all the idiots in the media. Greatness ends by Tiger Woods doing something exactly like what Jack Nicklaus did. Jack Nicklaus won a Masters at 46. And I remember the day because it was thrilling to watch, just like yesterday was thrilling to watch. I didn't care whether Jack Nicklaus had a great family, Barbara, his wife, blah, 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 blah. I didn't care about any of that. Just like I don't care that Tiger was stooping everybody in town. Look, guys are pigs. If you don't know it, I can't help you. And every once in a while, a guy's not a pig. I don't think Kyle's a pig. I think I'm a pig or was a pig. I'm not a pig anymore. But I'm just saying. I didn't care whether Jack Nicklaus at 40. All I know is I remember I was in my parents' basement. I must have been Easter Sunday. I don't know. Father's Day something. I was in my parents' basement, and I think it was Jim Nantz came on and started talking about Nicklaus. And I'm like, oh, man, I'm watching this. This is unbelievable. Right? I mean, I'm watching it. And yesterday, all day, I a little bit different because it wasn't all day. It was when you woke up, he was doing it. And it was going. And here we go. And you know what? Man, I got up at 8 for some reason, don't know why, and I couldn't wait to see what Tiger was going to do at 9:20 when he teed off or whatever. I didn't care whether or not he stooped some girl from Perkins or some hot girls that are, I don't know, whatever the hell they are at bars and waitress. I don't care. Just like I didn't care that freaking Barbara Nicklaus was like a classy lady and he had 2 toe-headed kids. I didn't care. Who cares? Not my business. My business is to sit there on my DuPaillage and watch it and be enthralled by it, and business was cracking yesterday. Cracking. So there you go. How about that? And if you didn't like it, that's cool too. Like, how can anybody tell anybody else what they're supposed to like or what they're supposed to dislike? Well, I can't believe after all. See, people say that Tiger Woods demeaned women. I give women more credit than that. If a woman slept with Tiger Woods, guess what? She wanted to sleep with Tiger Woods. It's no different than a guy saying, hey, you know what? I stooped somebody. No. I read where one woman said, well, he denigrated women. No, women had a choice. Like, why do we give so many people so little credit? Whoever stooped Tiger Woods when he was married, stooped Tiger Woods because guess what? They wanted to stoop Tiger Woods. It ain't that hard. It really isn't that hard. But how is somebody that stooped Tiger Woods a victim? Did I hit the cough button? Good. How are they victims? Everybody has, you know what? God, I've read the Bible. I'm reading the Bible. I'm in Numbers. It's only number 4, but I'm doing it. And here's what I learned. God gave us free will. You had the free will whether or not, oh my God, Tiger Woods abused so many women, blah, blah, blah. No, he didn't. No. Tiger Woods stooped because Tiger Woods wanted to stoop. The women stooped Tiger Woods because guess what? The women wanted to stoop Tiger Woods. I always wanted to stoop Raquel Welch. And if I was divorced and Raquel Welch was there, I'd have tried to stoop her. Where you been, Brandon Floyd? Dan, Tiger winning shows it had nothing to do with his personal life. Steroids, it was his health and his confidence of playing well. First time in 10 years. I watched the whole day of golf. I don't blame you. Then, I don't know if this means anything, but my friend Reggie Jones says, hey, man, never seen so many white guys rooting for a brother. I argue this. You did when Muhammad Ali was out there, but there was a bunch of people didn't like him winning. Muhammad Ali, Tiger Woods, it's what his dad said way back in the day. That's the kind of impact. I don't know. I mean, I know the media tells me everybody's racist. I know that. That's all I hear. Everybody's racist. I don't know, man. I saw a lot of white guys cheering for a black guy yesterday. That's what I saw. I could be wrong. I saw a lot of people legitimately excited for a guy, African-American guy, that went through a lot of crap. But the media is going to tell us some part we're racist. Well, we are, but a lot of that goes both ways. What I've seen. Tiger Woods, he victimized. He didn't victimize anybody. Look, bottom line. You want to stoop Tiger Woods? You stoop Tiger Woods. You don't want to stoop Tiger Woods? Then say no to Tiger Woods back in the day. Do I make the world too simple? Do I think wrong? If you think so, give me a call at 317-239-1070. I mean, what in the hell? I mean, guys drive me nuts. Can you imagine if, like, Roy Hibbert at his size or Miles Turner at his size and skill had Tiger Woods' toughness? Like, you want to see tough eyes? Like, a lot of you ask me, I see Russillo on here, and Russillo never could understand what I talked about when I said that Porzingis had bad eyes. Now they're starting to understand a little bit. And that the Knicks would be in a lottery. Whoever drafted Porzingis would be in a lottery for a long time. Nobody understood what I was saying until now. I guess they're in the lottery again. But anyway, you want to see the opposite of soft eyes? Look at Tiger Woods. And you know what? I thought Andy North hit the nail on the head on this show when Andy was talking about, man, Tiger was tough. Whew. Tiger was locked in. Miles Turner, the opposite. Miles Turner looks scared to death. And I'll give Boston credit. Boston went out and guarded the living hell out of the Pacers. There was nowhere the Pacers could go to get a basket in the time that I was watching. It was literally as dominant a performance as I have seen by a defense against the Pacers all year. I mean, I would argue that the Pacers in the second half have never had defense played like that in a long time. Before we go to break, I must talk about the dirtbagness that is college basketball. If you want to get into college basketball, cheat. Cheat your brains out. It's going to be interesting here what happens with this guy. Will Wade, the head coach at LSU. He just got reinstated. Now, the word on the street is that it is on videotape, him talking about cheating. We shall see. But I'm telling you, even more now more than ever, it pays to cheat in college basketball. It does. I didn't think it did, but it does. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Ryan Kelly. Mortgage interest rates have dropped again, and we are currently locking loans in the 3s. Let's get you pre-approved, locked in, and closed in 14 days. TheHomeLoanExpert.com.
Dan Dockich here. No risk, just reward. That's what I want, and that's what you'll get with customized smart money plans handcrafted for your specific goals and needs from Crown Haven Wealth Advisors. Their clients have averaged 9% annually in safe accounts. In guaranteed accounts, their clients returned on average 8% last year. Your money grows on a tax-deferred annually compounded basis, and you get to take advantage of market gains while being shielded from losses. Need a little strategic advice or want maybe a second opinion? Get a customized smart money plan handcrafted for your specific goals and needs. Call Crown Haven now. Request your free custom-tailored retirement plan, a $500 value, and you have to ask for the free copy of Baby Boomer Retirement Boot Camp. It's a book while supplies last. Call 844-896-7233. That's 844-896-7233.
Bill Estes Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is spring cleaning. We have Ram 1500s up to $15,000 off MSRP. Lease a Pacifica starting at $389 per month or a Jeep starting at $299 a month. We have hundreds of pre-owned vehicles priced under book value. Bill Estes Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in beautiful Brownsburg.
Not all will have the credit to qualify. Price excludes tax, title, license, government fees, and documentary fee. All advertised vehicles are subject to actual dealer availability. Please check with your dealer for more information. Some vehicles offered for sale may be subject to unrepaired manufacturer safety recalls.
Hey, spring is coming, the goose is getting fat, and everyone is ready for a break from the cold and the snow. But with spring comes warmer temperatures, and Larry Howald and his team at Howald Heating and Air are ready to be sure you can safely flip the switch on your AC system. That's right. It's time to start thinking about getting your AC tuned up, and the sooner you call Howald Heating and Air, the better deal you get. No, that's true. Call Howald 317-255-4328. I already did. You got to go schedule your AC tune-up. Why? Because you don't want to flip that switch when it's 1,000 degrees outside and it ain't working. Howald Heating and Air wants to keep you and your family comfortable no matter the weather. Spring is coming. 317-255-4328. Make your appointment now. Call by March 31st. No, wait. Call by April 30th. Pay $79 because coming home never felt so good. So says Larry. HowaldHeatingandAir.com.
Here's what's happening with the Fan.
Find out where the next fan event will be. Check out all of our live remotes, appearances, and more under the events tab at 1070thefan.com. Follow the Fan on social media. The Fan is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Like and follow the Fan for updates on all things Indy Sports Center. Looking for concert tickets? How about sporting event tickets or just free stuff? Then go to 1070thefan.com. It's your chance to win free prizes today.
For more info, click on IndySportsCenter.com.
Shop Lowe's and get 5 bags of Miracle Grow garden soil for just $10. Offer through 4/17. Not valid in Alaska or Hawaii. See store for details. U.S. only.
And Dockage here for BSN Sports. You know my friends at BSN Sports. They go above and beyond coaches do to lead their teams to success on the field and in life, and BSN Sports has grown their business by focusing on relationships with their customers and going above and beyond for them. Now, look, 35 Indiana sales pros are part of our community, graduates of local high schools and colleges. They live in your neighborhoods. They coach youth sports, and they root for their local teams. That's what BSN Sports employees do. Last year, BSN Sports contributed back over $400,000 to our local Indiana schools. Being local, we want to bring attention to our future leaders by recognizing great teams in the area with the BSN Sports 1070 The Fan High School Team of the Week. Tweet at BSN Sports_Indy. Nominate your team. It could be based on a big win, continued streak of excellence, or a team overcoming adversity. 3 teams chosen per week. Then your Twitter votes will pick the winner. I'll recognize the winner on Friday's show. BSN Sports at the heart of the game.
Pacers, Celtics, the NBA playoffs. Game 2, Wednesday evening at 6:30 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Dan Dockage, weekdays noon till 3 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Down around the corner, half a mile from here, hey, them home they run, and we watch them disappear. Without love. Ain't got no love. Without love. Where's the love? Hey, I want to thank all of you. Our rating's pretty good. I'm looking at our ratings right now. Pretty damn good. Thank you. January, February, we're rolling. 6.4. That's pretty good. February, what the hell? 5.8. Let's go. What? Anyway, thanks to everybody for listening. Much appreciated. Always much appreciated. We got to get let's get Feinstein on. I'm gonna text John Feinstein, noted author. He'll have something to say about this. Look, cheating in college basketball drives me nuts. And if you don't know that, I cannot help you. But this guy, there is a formula. Like, you get caught cheating, so you know what you do? You don't talk to your own administration and you make up a bunch of BS and then you get out of it and you get an extension. It's the greatest thing ever. Hey, did we announce about Big Joe and Jeff Rickard moving to mornings on 1070? It's good stuff. I think Le Batard's before us. Now, in full disclosure, I can't stand Le Batard or Stugotz. They've always come at me and I don't get it. And that's fine. But I think they're pretty popular. And hopefully they're a good lead-in. Good for us. So anyway, I think if I were Emmis, I'd make me do all 5 hours. I wouldn't mind. I'd do all 5 hours. Have local. You don't have to pay for that other stuff. Get all the ads. I'd do 5 hours. I shouldn't say that. I wouldn't even. Seriously, I'd do all 5 hours. I wouldn't even need a pay raise. I'm going to go see the Rickard right now. Hey, Jeff! I like doing a radio show. I guess. I mean, at some point, I assume we'll be done here. Probably sooner than later. Feinstein's on vacation this week. Damn it. We're on YouTube. I really haven't pushed our YouTube here of late. I'm going to get into NFL draft the rest of the week. I want to talk about the NFL draft. I'm excited about it because Pierre Desir was on, and he was awesome just now. Absolutely awesome. No, he was awesome. I'm telling you, college basketball, think about this. Sam and Joey Hauser are both transferring. And the Marquette just got great news with Marcus Howard, the big scorer, coming back. Think about this. These two guys, Sam and Joey Hauser, are young, like sophomore and freshman. They're cousins. They're both transferring. One averaged 14, one averaged 9. I mean, you're talking about a team, if you're Steve Wojciechowski, you're talking about a team that could be, I saw in one poll, number 2 in the country. That's why whenever you all say to me, well, Doc, you don't know anything, that's why you're not coaching. No, I'll tell you exactly why I'm not coaching. And it's August 9th. August 9th, 2005, 6, I can't remember. There's a player on my team named Ron Lewis. Ron ended up at Ohio State. When Ohio State made their run in 2007, he was the leading scorer in the NCAA tournament, and that tournament included Hibbert. That tournament included Conley. That tournament included Odom. Ron Lewis put Ohio State in the NCAA Final Four. Ron Lewis played for me. Nobody recruited him. I recruited him. He came to play for me at Bowling Green. We struggled because we had a ton of injuries, but Ron was the freshman of the year. After his sophomore year, he was on track to be the all-time leading scorer. We had a team that literally was a top 20 team at Bowling Green. Ron Lewis stays the entire time at Bowling Green. All right? All summer. August 9th, he's supposed to call me. He's going to go, I got him working 5-star camp for Howard Garfinkel. He's going to call me, tell me he's all good. On August 9th, we had a golf outing. We had to raise money. We had no money, so I had a golf outing every year. I had 5 different fundraising events. So we have a golf outing. August 9th. I'm walking up to my office to get ready for the outing. My phone rings. It's Ron. Hey, Ronnie, how you doing? Hey, Coach, how are you? Just want to let you know I'm transferring. You what? Yeah, I'm going to go to either blah, blah, blah. I go, well, all right. Well, long story short, we go play Ohio State in one of those close scrimmages. We beat the hell out of them. We're going to win the MAC, except for after a win, my best player who had been injured tears his ACL again for a third time, and my point guard shatters his shoulder because the crowd rushes the court. We end up with 18 wins. That kid stays. We end up with 30 wins. I don't even know. But he didn't, and he left at a time where we could not replace him. That's the impact of transfers. That's why I'm not coaching ever again. Because this happens far more often now. When Ron Lewis did it, it was very rare. And obviously people blame me. And I said, look, this is coming. So long story short, that's why. So when any of you go, oh, Dawkins, that was a dumb comment. No wonder you're not coaching anymore. No, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with Ron Lewis leaving. And I'm like, man, I put together a top 25 team. Top 20 team. And we end up playing with football players down the stretch. So anyway, there you go. That's it. That's what I got for you. All right. And that's happening now. What's WFYI? What the hell is that? ZPL. WFBQ. Man, they do killer in the mornings. Damn. I have to start sabotaging them from 10 to 3. Bastards. Anyway, there you go. So whenever I see a guy's transfer like that, it makes me sick. Like the Hauser brothers, I don't know if they're brothers. I think they're cousins. Hey, do you know any big fat people? I'm going to give some of these shirts away to some big fatties. Because everybody gives me big fat shirts, but if I wear them, because I am big and fat, but I get like triple X, and I'm like, oh, man. Hey, Chris Davis has 4 hits, one home run, 2 doubles, 6 RBIs in his last 3 games. Do you know what that means? He was 0 for 55. Guy's on fire. I don't want to go anywhere. I'm having fun today. Public broadcasting? Oh, I was on NPR the other day. Pedicure this weekend. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Greene County next.
The Ride with JMV.
Well, Blake decided, unbeknownst to him, he hit the number for Dwayne Allen and called Dwayne Allen and three-way called Dwayne Allen, my mom, and Blake all in together. And if you factor in this, I haven't talked to Dwayne Allen since the final season he was here after the London game. It was really, really awkward.
The Ride with JMV. Weekdays from 3 till 6 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
All right, Dan Doggett's here for Window Nation.
Shop in Fishers. Talk to Paul about the brand names. Toro, Honda, Hustler, and one bad-looking lawnmower called the Spartan. You'll love it, too. For all you need, mowershop.com. Right now, remember, they'll deliver what you purchase online directly to you. Their location in Fishers, 37 near 126th Street or 317-849-9500. It's mowing time with the Mower Shop in Fishers. Online, mowershop.com.
The marina is open, so book your staycation today at Four Winds Lakeside in M Marina, 3 nights for just $249. FourWindsLakeside.com.
This is Indy Sports Center. WFNI, WIBC, HD2, W298BB, W228CX, Indianapolis. Soccer Saturday featuring Indy 11. If this is your football, this is your show. Saturday at 9 on The Fan.
What in the hell do you think you're doing?
Hey, John Boy.
I'm telling you straight, it's my way or the highway. So anybody wants to walk, do it now.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get late.
Kick is up, and it is long enough, and it is good. Adam Vinatieri, at age 45, drills one from 57 yards out.
Was kept alive by Oladipo, and Sabonis with a left hand.
John, I have never been better to be on the air with you here in Indianapolis, a place where so many of my dreams have come true.
The Ride with JMV, FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
See you, Charlene. Tony's here. I'm John. I had to go find my headphones. My headphones are like across the room. I gotta have my headphones. I can't be wearing headphones other people be wearing. This hair's too damn good to be doing that. Thank you, PAI. Hey, on a Monday, it is bright sunshiny. It could be a little bit warmer. It will be the next couple of days. And we've got a lot to complain about. It's interesting because it was a great day of sports yesterday, and it was. And there's no way that you can at all understate that. It was a great day in sports. And I know that there might be some curmudgeons out there. I'm not the biggest golf guy in the world, but hell, I can recognize it. I mean, who can't recognize it? I can recognize that. I mean, recognize greatness and coming back and, redemption and all these things that everybody is supposed to love and all the drama of the sport itself with Tiger Woods yesterday. I thought it was great. And again, I'm not the biggest golf fan in the world. I'll watch the majors. It's like I'm sitting in the living room and the thing's going down the stretch and the Reds aren't on or something else is not happening, I'll watch. But yesterday was probably about as good as it gets when it comes to wanting that appointment, wanting that drama for your sporting event. And listen, I like the fact his kids ran out there and embraced him afterwards. I had Brooks Koepka, all right? Koepka came in second. Koepka could have at least knocked down that putt and made it interesting, but Koepka didn't. Anyway, that was a great portion of yesterday, and it was, and that, again, cannot be understated. There's a reason why, absolutely everything. Not just sports-related shows are talking about this and probably wearing you out ad nauseum. I know some of you out there right now are saying, hey, JMV, can you take it easy on the Tiger stuff because we've heard it all day long? We've heard it on the national shows. Can you get to the local stuff? In which we will. But, again, you can't undersell it because you have to do this justice. And that is what it deserved yesterday. It was amazing. Comeback stories are awesome. I would agree. And I like the comeback stories where, once upon a time, you kind of do yourself in, right? You do yourself in. You're kind of known to a lot of folks as a tremendous butthole, and then you kind of get butthole redemption. I think that's really good. I like it. I like it. Kind of change a little bit because you realize you look in the mirror and you go, I don't have to be that way. I'm way too talented to be that way. Get a lot of things that are humbling, and there you go. Get that shot of redemption in the Masters. On golf's biggest stage, too. Yesterday was absolutely amazing. Here's how you know it's amazing, because I listened to some of it yesterday. Seriously, it started early, right? They had a shotgun start. It was like my golf outing. Everybody just we all get in line. Everybody just run and go to your hole. I'm going to go 3 deep. Yeah, let's go. Get to your tee box and go. Like a shotgun start yesterday to beat the weather. So I listened to a little bit of it because I'm hooping it up a little bit yesterday morning, and I listened to a little bit of it on my way home. The last time that I tried to listen to golf on the radio? Yeah, that was the first time I tried to listen to golf on the radio. That was yesterday. You want to know why? Because there was a reason. There was a reason. I normally would not do that, all things considered, if Brooks Koepka or Brandt Snedeker or whomever might have been going for this grand prize. You did it for one reason. I listen to golf play-by-play on the radio, and I love me some Will Haskett, too. Don't get me wrong. I do. But it was like the first time I've really ever said, okay, golf on the radio. Yeah, all right. There was. One reason and one reason only. So the comeback story, the story of redemption, the once great champ, with an inspiring, newfound level of greatness is a pretty compelling story to me. So if you guys want to talk about it, then we certainly can. And I understand if you guys are kind of worn out on the topic a little bit, that is fine. But we're always wide open if you would like to discuss, if you wanted to compare these comeback attempts, the biggest stage storylines that we have ever seen. We can certainly do that. Yesterday, however, also met local fans because really nobody nationally gives a big fat crap about it, seriously. We're the only ones that do care. We're the only ones that do. TNT barely cares. It's just because they had to cover it yesterday. Yeah, we care because it's the team that we cover. It's the team that you love. It's the team that has fought. It's the team that has scrapped. It is the team that won 48 games. It is a team that is without its star. It is a team that continues to have difficulties in the third quarter. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I was not surprised. I was embarrassed, but I wasn't surprised. Twofold here. One, I'm trying really hard, and I said this before the start of the series, I'm trying really hard not to just go all bat-ass crazy on a team that is clearly without something that is necessary to win games in the postseason, much less thinking about advancing from one level of the playoff structure to the other. And the Pacers are absolutely without that. So I'm trying really hard. But the problem is, yesterday was so awful in the third quarter, just beyond awful. Now, people are saying, hey, were you surprised by it? Well, hell no, I wasn't surprised by it. Who out there was? How many times have we seen this since January? The only people that are surprised about that third quarter offensive collapse that you saw this team score 8 points would be those that haven't paid attention until right now. And there are many out there. There are many that, you know what, I'm not going to pay a damn bit of attention until I see it all the time on my Twitter account. I don't hear from some folks, and here they come. This sucks, and that sucks, and this is why I don't watch. Oh, I can't believe this team in the third quarter, blah, blah, blah. Nate, fire everybody, blow up the team. Listen, if you have paid attention even a little bit, and some haven't, if you've paid attention, this has happened multiple times. And I mean multiple, like 10 times. I mean, we thought Philadelphia over a month ago on a Sunday afternoon was bad, didn't we? Remember that? That third quarter collapse? It was just so cringeworthy. But, people were saying, is it unbelievable? And unfortunately, it is not. And you're asking me to have an answer. I don't have an answer. You want to know why? If I had an answer, I'd give it to Nate and the coaching staff, and they could find the answer because it's the way that it's been. It's a variety of things, right? And the biggest one is the fact that you just can't give the ball to somebody and say, hey, get us out of this funk. Help us out of this. I mean, the lead should have been bigger when they go to the halftime with a 7-point advantage. That son of a gun, that thing should have been at 16 or 17. I was listening a little bit yesterday, too. I was walking in and out of the house and watching it on TV and listening to it on the radio. I was listening to the Boston broadcast. I think that's a sports hub out of Boston. And this dude, and I think it's Cornbread Maxwell, were doing it. And, man, you talk about they were ripping into Boston. In the first half, Boston turned the ball over just one time after the other, couldn't hit shots. Yet there they are at the half, 7 down, and everybody knew. All you Pacer fans knew that you've paid attention, certainly since the turn of the calendar. If you have paid attention, absolutely since Vic went down, you knew that this could happen. And it shouldn't surprise you at all. 8 points is just historically bad, though. Yeah, we thought the Philly game was bad, but 8 points? And it was across the board. Let me tell you the most interesting thing out of yesterday. They were led in scoring Tony Donahue by a guy that didn't connect on a field goal for almost a month. From March 19th until when? Corey Joseph didn't hit anything. Nothing. He led them in scoring yesterday.
Till that Friday night game that we went to a week ago against Boston.
A month. Almost a month. Incredible. Not surprising, but incredible. And you asked me this. I mean, can this team compete? Sure. That's why I didn't have a lot of optimism on Friday. People were asking about the series. What do you think? And I said, if they win 2 games, I'll be surprised. I just think that's where their team is right now. They didn't look gassed. They just had an offensive collapse again. And I know a lot of people, everybody give credit, and I love Brad as much as anybody else around here. I think Brad is a great coach. He is going to be the future Olympic coach. I mean, he is the guy right now, unless you're talking about guys like Greg Popovich or Mike Krzyzewski or whatever. He is the guy. He certainly is the young guy. But I'm sorry. I always give credit where credit is due, and there's no doubt that he made adjustments, whatever those adjustments were at the half when they came back out. But part of those adjustments were enhanced because the Pacers could not hit open shots, because the Pacers could not hit free throws. All right? That's a hell of an adjustment if you can make it. I mean, that'll turn some BS, thinks he knows everything coach into John Wooden in a minute if you can do it. So I would say have that happen. Have teams come out of the half and score 8 points, have teams shoot under 20% for the second half, and miss just your garden variety of free throws, which is another thing we have seen throughout the course of the season, especially since, again, the turn of the calendar. So as much as you give Boston and Brad credit for just coaching it up or whatever, man, you saw coming out of the half. I mean, Pacers just missed wide open shots, rimming out shots. And there's where they were. Again, in that third quarter situation that has made us sick so many different times, it was just different because it's in the regular season. And yesterday, it just so happened to be on national TV if you were watching it there with Harlan and Reggie Miller, or if you were watching on Fox Sports Indiana. But we have been down that path before. And frankly, yeah, I could tell you the old standby routine of play harder or whatever the coach says or whatever, but you just miss something that you're not about to get. Now, I will tell you this, and I've said this all along. I've actually said this for a couple of months now. I'm not completely anti. If these guys aren't getting it done, just pull the trigger quicker here. All right, it's the whole rotational thing. If this thing isn't working and you're being dragged down this damn well once again, let's pull the trigger on something different here. I mean, what the hell do you have to lose? I mean, everybody knows what this team is about right now. And, you know, we've patted everybody on the back for fighting, for grinding. But let's just face it. We've seen all too many times in 2019, the calendar schedule of 2019, this team collapse, and especially on the road. So if you want to throw Aaron Holiday in there quicker, I don't care if you throw Edmund Sumner in there. Do anything that might work. Just try anything. You don't have to wait until, well, you know what, we got to wait until the 7-minute mark because that's our normal rotation. And it may not work. But I damn straight tell you that didn't work yesterday, and we've seen it not work so many times that I just do it. Just do something different. Doesn't have to be Aaron getting mop-up time. And frankly, if Aaron comes out there and he's going 900 miles an hour and he's throwing the ball everywhere and not knocking down shots, then you probably know and then take him back out. But that is something I guess unless you've coached forever and that's your body of work and that's how you do it, and I get it. But it is maddening. It is. And as much as this was kind of the expectation, or certainly you thought that Boston was going to have the upper hand, I mean, make no mistake, their roster is tons better than the Pacers. And again, we said this last week. I mean, Boston, if you're Boston, you should be embarrassed at the fact that you're fighting for the 4 seed. What are you doing fighting for the 4 seed? All this internal turmoil going on, backbiting, complaining, flipping of the switch. And I'm going to tell you this, it's not like Boston flipped the switch or anything yesterday. Remember we talked about that last week? Boston is a team, because Kyrie Irving has said this, Boston is a team that thought they could flip the switch. Now, if you read the box score and look at the box score, and everybody's going to say suffocating defense and all the credit here, look, they flipped the switch, but they didn't, because they were a flat mess in the first half. Should have been down 20. They were a mess. Orlando would have had them down 20. Brooklyn would have had them down 20. They would have been in. The Pacers couldn't do it. Could not do it. And then the third quarter started, and once those shots didn't go down, I mean, it's almost like a chuck and duck routine. Like I saw one, and it is weird because Wesley Matthews started out well, and then you just don't hear from him forever. He shot one so quick in the third quarter, was like, man, something's got to fall here. I'm going to go ahead and put this up, see what happens. 8 points. 8 points. Somebody tweeted at me yesterday and said, it's disappointing because that was such a winnable game. I still didn't view that as a winnable game. To me, a winnable game is not a game that you have the opportunity to win if you shoot stinking 20% of the second half. But I get what you're saying, and I'm not ripping on it at all. I get what you're saying. Hey, the first half, Boston, as we just talked about, was far from being anything great. There was no flipping of the switch going on there. They were turning the ball over more than they weren't. They weren't knocking down shots. A couple of times it felt like that TD Garden, whatever the place is called, was getting ready to kind of go a little Philadelphia on their guys. It's just kind of how it felt. But yesterday stunk. So you had the Tiger Woods stuff, which was great, and I guess that's a good thing, right? Because a lot of you guys are watching that. And then you had up and down this Pacer lineup where nobody did anything. Collison, Bogdanovich, Turner, Sabonis, Thaddeus Young. But you've seen that movie before, which is incredibly unfortunate. And that's where it stands right now. And it's going to be interesting to see how this team responds on Wednesday, because you know that thing haunts them right now. You know, just if we're sitting around waiting for it, there is no way, and I know how just dead-eye focused these guys are supposed to be or how they tell us that, right? But there's no way they're not sitting around and waiting for it, too. All right, so when is this going to happen here? I'll ask you, Tony, how much of that third quarter was the Celtics and adjustments and defense, or the Pacers just flat missing shots, whether we're talking field goals or free throws?
Yeah, I think it was the Pacers flat missing shots, and they had opportunities. They had good looks. I mean, Miles had a good look from the arc there that just seemed to spin out. There was a three that spun out. I mean, it was almost like that rim struggled. The Celtics struggled to score on it in the first half, and the Pacers certainly struggled with that 8-point third quarter. I thought they got good looks. They just simply couldn't knock them down.
So, again, give all credit. Give credit to Brad and to Boston. Boston's certainly the more talented team, but that was more on the Pacers, to me, at least from what I saw, than it was anything else. The Pacers not being able to make shots.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's what I witnessed. That and missed free throws, and then they turned the ball over. I mean, right out of the gate, you guys have been down this path with this team in the third quarter, a couple of times in the fourth quarter, but it's missed shots, it's turnovers. It's like you don't have enough timeouts to call to say, hey, let's try to get this right. I would start having a shorter leash on everybody and just go with what the hell works if you can find it. I mean, again, what do you got to lose? I mean, everybody like me seems to think this thing is going to go down the path of losing in round number one anyway, so what do you got to lose? And it may not help. And this may not be good advice whatsoever, but it's something. I don't know if Aaron Holiday in key moments will work, but I don't know if he isn't either. And I do know that if he's not working out for you, then change it up. You just sat there yesterday, and it was just like a slow, methodical crumbling of, I want to say a crumbling of a first half that was great, but I didn't think the first half was that great. They had a 7-point halftime lead, and the son of a gun should have been a 15-point halftime lead. Listen, I know everybody from Jeff Goodman to anybody else in the NBA gave Boston all this second half credit, but they looked like a mess in the first, and there was nothing great about it in the second half either. It was the team that they were playing. It was on the Pacers. So what do you consider, what do you think, is there any way around this? Any way whatsoever? And were you sitting back yesterday thinking exactly what I was sitting back yesterday and thinking? That this was all going to fall apart. Here comes the third quarter. It is amazing, but it is not surprising. So we can hit you up on that at 239-1070. Email address at jmv@1070thefan.com. Jeremiah Johnson, he's in Boston right now. He was in Boston yesterday. Yeah, that could not have been fun whatsoever. So who's the guy that's coming on for the Masters podcast too on the Golf Channel, Tony? 4:30?
Yeah, he was with the Golf Channel. He's with the Believe Network. He'll talk up. He's got
cool.
plenty of experience.
I like it.
His name is.
I thought that was great yesterday. I did. I mean, the entire
Dave Kamens.
The entire the drama of it. That's kind of what you sit around and you watch sports for, right? I mean, everything else can become somewhat humdrum.
Mm-hmm.
I pulled that word out from 1965 right there. Way to go.
I thought, with the weather and then moving it up, it kind of not really.
I like the shotgun start. I think they all should be that way.
it didn't really, I don't want to say even up the playing field, but it just added another dimension and added another element to what those guys are going to have to face on an action-packed and pressure-filled Sunday.
I think all that was missing was like my golf outing when I go out there with the microphone and address everybody before they go out to their respective tee boxes. Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody here with Evan Williams and Larceny. Let's all go out there and get really drunk and have a great time. Boom, there they all go.
Here's your lunch from Penn Station. Take care.
That was good. Mike Wells is going to join us a little bit later on. We got an Anything Goes. I know you guys are going to light stuff up on Anything Goes. People were asking me this, too, and I know I'm going to probably take it a lot. It is Miles Soft. To me, yesterday had zero to do with Miles being soft, because if you're going to call Miles soft, Domas is not soft, and he had an equally awful game. They were just terrible. There's a difference between sucking and playing bad and being soft. And I know that's an easy call for people that don't know. I understand that. But there's a difference between playing bad, having a bad game, because really comparable, they were both the same. What was Miles, 5 and 8 and 2, and Domas was 9 and 8, 9 or something. It was just equally bad. I mean, this team was just really bad across the board. And again, third quarter stuff's non-surprising. Tell you, the one thing that made me think about yesterday was having Brian Windhorst on the show last week, and he was talking about the future of this team and all the decisions that have to be made. You know, it's kind of funny with all these guys on one-year deals. I think a game like yesterday makes those decisions a lot easier, don't you think? A little bit. Because I know we kind of volley back and forth between, all right, here's today who we're going to keep, and then tomorrow who we're not going to keep. Here's who they should keep, and here's who they should go ahead and test the market and get what you can get. But games like yesterday, to me, I think it makes it easier for Kevin Pritchard to say, all right, so, yeah, you know, even with Vic, you got to have a substantial upgrade. And when you're looking forward to next year, again, I will tell you this, you have to find somebody for a period of time longer than even for me, what we saw without Vic from January on to now. You're going to have to try to find somebody that can help shoulder the offensive load. And easier said than done. So we'll hit that up at 239-1070. Email address jmv@1070thefan.com. I mentioned Anything Goes at 5:30 today. Nick Offerman tickets. He's going to be doing some stand-up coming up this weekend. He is a funny guy. It's called Laughing Matters, the cancer support community. I was actually supporting and promoting this, if you remember, back at the end of 2018. I was very happy to be a part of it. Nick Offerman is an incredibly funny guy. And he is going to be at the Murrah Old National Center. I believe, is the whole thing sold out, Tony, or is it close to?
Out, so
the event is sold out, and I've got your only tickets right here.
So, funny guy, hilarious. People love him.
Been on the show a couple of times. You probably heard him there.
And we've also got Luke
Bryan tickets. Luke Bryan tickets a giveaway, too. But, yeah, we got a lot to stick to. Got the Colts off-season program is underway. I mentioned the whole Tiger Woods thing. I thought, again, outside of the Pacer third-quarter debacle yesterday, I really thought across the board the NBA playoffs first two days, I should say, were outstanding. I did. From the Brooklyn game, knocking off Philly, I always loved that. Toronto losing again. Have you seen their stat in game ones in the postseason? They're like 2-10. Game ones in the postseason.
They got DJ Augustine.
Oh, I got that too. Oh, I knew the Pacers were wrong when they got rid of DJ Augustine. What?
Pack your bags and get the hell out of here, would you?
That made me laugh a lot, though. It did.
Come on.
All right, let's go. Full board, 239-1070 with your phones. Reaction from yesterday, both good and bad, national and local. We'll get to your calls next.
Don't put up with a cranky old water heater. Time to get a new one and get happy. I'm Corey Kreitzberger, General Manager of Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. Replace your water heater with us and enjoy 24/7 service, local, licensed plumbers, and 100% satisfaction, guaranteed. Plus, we'll give you a free 10-year warranty upgrade. That'll make you happy.
Go with the flow, the local pros call Benjamin. Benjamin Franklin Plumbing.
Terms, conditions, and tax may apply. License CP101-00018.
Are you looking to keep cool this summer and have fun with your family and friends? Call Royal Penn Leisure Centers at 465-8484 to join a summer team today. Call Royal Penn Leisure Centers at 465-8484 to join a summer team today. Summer bowling is always free when you join a team. Summer leagues are fun, inexpensive, and last only a short time. And kids, you can join our youth bowling program where no one sits on the bench. If you're going to bowl this summer, bowl at a Royal Penn Leisure Center. Call 465-8484 or go to royalpenn.com to make your team reservation today. Join a summer team at Royal Penn and have the time of your life bowling.
Set 'em up, knock 'em down, send 'em flying, spinning round.
Call 465-8484 or go to royalpenn.com.
Royal Penn bowling, bowling. Royal Penn.
Hello, I'm Joe Cordell of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. Here are a few quick divorce tips that we provide our clients. Number 1, don't move out of your house just because your wife tells you to. Remember, that's your house too. And number 2, don't blow through the financial statements that you file with the court. These are key exhibits, and they often make or break your case. And number 3, watch the social networking. Expect your wife's lawyer to do a thorough online search. And incidentally, this is a two-way street. Now, a bonus tip. Partner with your attorney in assembling evidence. You're one of the 2 leading experts on your life and marriage. Your attorney needs your input to achieve your goals. And finally, talk to your attorney before taking action. Good luck.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Indianapolis area attorneys, a partner men can count on. Visit online at CordellCordell.com. Office in downtown Indianapolis, 101 West Ohio Street, Suite 1100, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46204.
I was dragged underneath the car. It was a frightening experience, and I just wasn't going to die that day.
Danny was a road worker on a road job site. Just minutes before his day ended, it happened.
I don't even know the amount of feet that she dragged me underneath the car.
A reckless driver in a construction zone hit Danny.
It was so quick that I couldn't even react.
Lifeline was called in.
I sustained a traumatic brain injury. I was bleeding from my head and both of my ears. I had to have my head drilled.
Danny would see the inside of a hospital for more than 3 months.
I just wanted to go home. Home is where my heart was.
10 seconds.
They took her to jail.
And your life changes forever.
I'm not vindictive, but you got what you got coming to you.
If you injure a road worker because of careless driving through a construction zone, you will be prosecuted. No excuses.
God help you,
For your sake and theirs, read the signs. Slow down. Pay attention.
A message from Indiana Laborers Union of North America and affiliated locals.
Hey, John here with a great idea for relaxation. I think everybody probably needed a little relaxation yesterday, right? And it doesn't really matter what type of weather we're talking about either. Like yesterday turned all of a sudden November-like on us really quick in the afternoon. Nah, seriously, your Royal Spa hot tub is still fantastic for you and that relaxation after a day of drama, golf-wise, and, well, basketball-wise, not so much to watch, right, especially in the third quarter. But here's what I want you to know. The thing with Royal Spa is this. The relaxation is there, and the relaxation helps you out in a variety of ways that can help your body out as it's impacted, I should say, through blood pressure, which is something I have to deal with every day, metabolism, immune function, and so much more. Magnesium and potassium mineral blend is what we're talking about, and the health experts are raving about that, and you get it inside your Royal Spa hot tub, and the best part about it is they manufacture it to your specifics right here in central Indiana. Not shipped in from someplace out west. That's what Bob Dapper does for you. It's the best hot tub on the planet for a reason, with 3 locations, 37 in Epler South Side, US 36 in Avon on the west side, northeast side off of Pendleton Pike. We are talking everything you need. Swim spas, float tanks, gazebos, and, of course, the best hot tub on the planet online, royalspa.com. Great deals going on. Tell them I sent you right now. It's Royal Spa.
Luke Bryan.
Sunrise, sunburn, sunset.
The Sunset Repeat Tour. August 18th, Ruoff Home Mortgage Music Center.
Proud of what makes you country.
Luke Bryan, live.
with special guests Cole Swindell, John Langston, and DJ Rock. Get access to preferred seating with your City card. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
The Ride with JMV.
Well, not really. I felt it on my leg. Come on, I don't want to see it.
Weekdays 3 till 7 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
I'm John, and I appreciate you more than you know. Colts off-season program. I was talking to some Colts folks today, and everybody's feeling pretty good about the upcoming draft. Of course, we'll have it covered top to bottom. When's Rick rejoin us again? Next
we
Monday?
should probably hop on that next Monday, shall we not?
Yeah, I know Aaron on Twitter asked about that before we popped on here at 3. Aaron, I would say probably next week for our good friend Rick Venturi. Tiger stuff yesterday was absolutely incredible, and we can talk about that if you like. If you want to hit the Pacers up, certainly that's what we're talking about as far as local stuff is concerned, too. It's just awful. Third quarter, awful. Non-surprising. Hey, the Reds won 4 in a row and then lost yesterday 9-5. That's Chavez Ravine, Tony, later on tonight. I do like Derek Dietrich, I can't lie. Even splitting with the Cardinals in Monterrey, Mexico makes me feel good. Reds tied it up yesterday, and bullpen couldn't hold it down. 9-5 was the loss.
You know what?
Angels and Cubs postponed due to snow. How about a spring blizzard? Would anything suck worse than that? How much? Anybody get any snow last night?
It looked like it was.
Not too far from here, right?
Yeah.
I just saw pictures from around Chicago, and they had like 5 inches of snow up there.
I think they got some in the armpit.
They needed to cover up all the rust and dirt.
This is true.
What you guys have up there. What's Portage like? Does it got rust and dirt up there too?
Yeah. Lots of smog from the steel mills.
The Portage, baby.
Yeah, there's a reason why I don't live there anymore.
Nah, but anyway, yeah, Cubs postponed yesterday due to snow. White Sox a winner 5-2. And, of course, I mentioned the Reds, a loser 9-5 to the Cardinals. Redlegs, Dodgers coming up later on tonight. Cubs and Marlins. Oh, that should be good for the Cubs to get on track, too, because Miami stinks, as we saw last week. Royals and White Sox tonight at 8:10. 239-1070 is the telephone number. Email address at jmv@1070thefan.com. At JMV1070 on Twitter. Daniel Bryant asked this: did Tiger change the game of golf for us again? He did. You watch. There was the lull, right? Remember back at the beginning of Tiger, 97 through 07, those 10 years, golf was dominating. And then it had a fade. I would have to think, I don't know how long it's going to be, but certainly in the now, golf got a rebirth of sorts with those wanting to play yesterday. I don't think there's any doubt about it. I don't know, outside of Michael Jordan and Muhammad Ali, I don't know if anybody has had such a profound effect on everybody. I mean, across the board, not just sports fans, but everybody, as Tiger Woods. It's amazing. JMV, as soon as that inbounds pass was picked off, after that timeout in the third quarter, I knew to fast forward. UGLY, my brother. And we were not surprised because we have been down that third quarter path before a number of times. Only those that did not watch the Pacers were surprised that thing took shape the way that it did yesterday. Jamin's at 239-1070. Jamin, what you got today?
Oh, man, this Pacer game. I tell you what, I'm a huge Pacer fan, but I was actually looking to see how we would play defensively, and I think we held Kyrie. I think he's 4 for 12. We played him pretty tough, but honestly, I think we should worry about the other players because in the second half, if you notice, they got a lot of ball movement, a lot of open shots from ball movement, and I think we should let Kyrie get his 30 and let's worry about the other guys.
Yeah, I don't know if you should let him get 30. I get what you're saying here, but I don't know about that.
We watch players get 40 plus, the Beard get 40 and lose. I'm not saying suggesting we not guard him. I'm just saying, we played him really tight in the first half, and it seemed like when we did try to loosen up, they already had gotten into their mode, because in the first half, they weren't running really. It was like the Kyrie show, and then second half it changed.
No, they don't look like, when they get out there, sometimes they like playing with one another. Jamin, thank you for the call. If it were a different day and that third quarter did not happen, we would be arguing about Marcus Morris and his 20 points, right? But it just didn't matter as much to you because of what you saw. Again, I thought yesterday was just so much more about the Pacers and the lack of offense and just being so awful in the third quarter than it was anything else. Anything that Boston did, anything that Brad did, everybody talking about the national television curse. I mean, all that crap. It was just knock down some shots and hit some free throws. Yeah, I'm not all for letting Kyrie get his, because it just kind of seems like when Kyrie gets his, then everybody else gets going as well. And I didn't think that the Pacer defense was that bad yesterday. The offense was just brutal. In the second half, 20%? Might even been below 20%. I mean, it was tough to come up with adjectives to accurately describe how bad that was. Fred Glass has made this announcement, by the way, IU fans. The IU football program will once again have the players' names on the back of its uniforms this season. Names on the backs of the uniforms this season.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, you need the names on the back of the damn jerseys. Seriously.
Thanks for the update.
There it is. You didn't even hit the breaking news sounder or nothing.
Other news.
1 foot out the door over there.
And other news, IU football will take its stock photo for the media guide when Ohio State comes to town.
JMV, I'm wondering if the Reds offense is going to have to bail out bad pitching all season. I think the pitching has been good so far. The pitching's tried to bail out the bad offense until this past week, Neil. JMV, I've about had it with fake Pacers fans calling to fire Nate. These people are completely clueless, or something worse. He likely finished third of the Coach of the Year voting by NBA coaches. You think NBA coaches may know more than these morons? The Celtics have a lot more talent, period. Scott Yaney is absolutely right. That was not about Nate yesterday. And I know everybody always runs to the, he didn't make adjustments excuse, and you wouldn't know adjustments if it came up and stuck a broomstick where the sun don't shine. You would have no idea. Zero. I wouldn't either, frankly. I mean, to me, I'm just thinking, hit some shots, hit some free throws, all right? Adjust all you want. And I love Brad. I think Brad's a great coach, one of the best out there today. But if you can tell me as a coach that the team that I'm going to play against is going to miss some wide-open looks and miss free throws and shoot 20% of the second half, I'm going to pat myself on the back and say I made great adjustments too. But, Scott, you're right. I mean, the talent – and, again – the Pacers just don't have what you need to get through. That is why there's no coincidence in these completely awful offensive quarters here. Other than there's just no Vic, no guy. I like Bogey, but he's not somebody that you're going to throw the ball to and say, hey, clear out and go try to get to the free throw line, try to find something. They just don't have it. And you're right. From a Celtic standpoint, Scott, I'd be more embarrassed about the season that I had or should have had compared to what is reality here. Now, that team didn't look good at all in the first half. Some may disagree. Some may just put it all on coaching. But, yeah, to me, the only thing I would say to Nate is just – You can see those droughts coming a mile away. Just pull and roll, and then put Holiday and anybody in there to see if you can get a spark anywhere. And if it doesn't work, you can yank him right back out. But we've been down this path so much, I think we can all recognize it. I mean, even me, you, we can recognize it when it's coming, can't we, by now? If you've paid attention since January. Quick break. Clint's going to lead me on the other side. That's fantastic news right there. JJ, top of the hour. Wonderful.
Gotcha, my man.
Dave Kamens, Golf Channel, Masters on, what's it called? Masters of Believe podcast?
Believe podcast, yeah. To be talking
Cool.
Masters.
Mike Wells going to join us, too, and Anything Goes. Got Luke Bryan tickets to give away. Nick Offerman is coming to the Miral National Center. It is sold out, but we do have tickets for you. Laughing Matters, the cancer support community. It is sold out, and I'm glad to be a part of that. We'll give away those tickets coming up a little bit later on as well. Your calls and more. Other side next.
Drunk on you.
Tune into the ride with JMV this week for your chance to win Luke Bryan tickets. The Ruoff Mortgage Center, August 18th. Details online now, 1070thefan.com.
Big news from Darren Andrews, PAI Medical Group Clinic Director and one of my favorite former Indianapolis football players, Rick DeMulling.
That's right, JMV. Rick DeMulling chose WeGrowHairIndy.com to grow his hair back.
Yeah, got linked up with JMV, and he highly recommend I call.
Well, I can't speak enough of my results and the way that I was treated.
I'm giving it my best shot. We are throwing everything PAI has at it.
And like you, JMV, Rick will have our trademark multi-unit hair grafting procedure.
Great!
PRP and laser treatments.
That's right, I'm tackling hair loss.
Rick, it's resodding the playing field. PAI's got football players now. Resod the playing field.
JMV, I'm tackling hair loss.
Schedule your free evaluation with our friend Darren Andrews at WeGrowHairIndy.com or call 888-724-5129. That's 888-724-5129.
Go to my VIP page, see my procedure, and keep up with my progress.
Go to WeGrowHairIndy.com. That's 888-724-5129.
Bill Estes Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is spring cleaning. We have Ram 1500s up to $15,000 off MSRP. Lease a Pacifica starting at $389 per month or a Jeep starting at $299 a month. We have hundreds of pre-owned vehicles priced under book value. Bill Estes Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in beautiful Brownsburg.
Not all will have the credit to qualify. Price excludes tax, title, license, government fees, and documentary fee. All advertised vehicles are subject to actual dealer availability. Please check with your dealer for more information. Some vehicles offered for sale may be subject to unrepaired manufacturer safety recalls.
Hey, John here for the Mower Shop in Fisher. So how many people on a Saturday, right? You got out there to do a little bit of early yard work before the third round of the Masters got underway, and you realize that lawnmower is not going to get it done for another season. The cutting season is long, my friends, and it might be even longer as whatever you use to cut your lawn sits in the garage or the barn or the outbuilding or wherever it sits. The elements get to it, who knows, right? So here are a couple of different observations I will give you as far as dealing with Paul and the Mower Shop in Fishers. They have great, and I mean great, products that can get you on the path of ease in mowing your lawn. Toro, Honda, Hustler. How about Spartan, which is awesome? I would advise you to talk to Paul and look at all they have to offer. And did you know that they will deliver anything you buy? You look it up at themowershop.com online, and you buy it right there. They'll deliver it directly to your door. Now, your other option is they have genius folks over there working that can get your lawnmower right now into great shape, into cutting shape, and get you going for another cutting season. Maybe just a couple of things you found out with that first cut over the weekend. I'm just here to help you. And so's Paul at the Mower Shop in Fishers. 317-849-9500. 317-849-9500. 126 and 37 in Fishers. Tell Paul that I sent you. And remember, everything you need online right now, it's themowershop.com.
Spring is here and your neighborhood CertaPro Painters business is ready to help you get that painting project going. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated, and they're part of your community. That's why my wife and I have trusted them to take care of our home for the last decade. And right now, CertaPro Painters is celebrating their 20th anniversary, and they're offering a free interior wall paint upgrade for any project completed by May 31st to celebrate. Give CertaPro Painters a call now and get on their schedule at 800-GO-CERTA or go to CertaPro.com. And remember, Certa is with a C. CertaPro Painters, we do painting, you do life.
Here's what's happening with the Fan.
Find out where the next Fan event will be. Check out all of our live remotes, appearances, and more under the events tab at 1070thefan.com. Follow the Fan on social media. The Fan is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Like and follow the Fan for updates on all things Indy Sports Center. Looking for concert tickets? How about sporting event tickets or just free stuff? Then go to 1070thefan.com. It's your chance to win free prizes today.
For more info, click on IndySportsCenter.com.
Powered by the Hubler Auto Group, a dealer to help the people. Shopping for a new or used vehicle? Click drivehubler.com for Indiana's largest selection and best deals. Hubler has it all.
Dan Dockett here. Join me tomorrow. We're going to talk Colts draft with Chappie. I want to get into the Colts draft. What they need, what they want, who they're going to take. I'll have it all for you. Mañana.
Hey, it's John for Indiana's best. Andy Moore, Toyota in Avon, 5 miles west of 465. It's on US 36. Who's in the market for a newer or quality pre-owned vehicle? I talked to Robert, talked to Ben Mendoza about that today. And I know that you might have a grad in your family, right? So you're looking for something new or maybe something quality pre-owned, high school graduation, college graduation. Let Robert and Ben go to work. Somebody on their staff go to work for you. Fuel efficiency, because I don't know if we've broken the $3 per gallon barrier just yet, but it looks like we are as far as fuel is concerned. The fuel efficiency is key. The Corolla and the Camry are the absolute best out there. Great deals can be had online, AndyMooreToyota.com today, or talk to Ben and Robert about a deal for somebody that you want to give a card to for a graduation gift or maybe yourself. It all makes sense. It's one-stop shopping. It's Andy Moore Toyota in Avon, 5 miles west of 465 on US 36.
The Ride with JMV.
Hey, I'm the Bullish Prince, and I'm hanging and banging in here until the 8 o'clock hour with the most hits. I tell you what, anything you want to hear, give me a call on the hit line. Anything you want to hear, I'll get on the air. I have the most music, having the most fun on the radio right now. Here's a new group on the scene on the pop charts. This is the Fine Young Animals with their inaugural hit, She Drives Me Crazy, only on Vincent's Best, 89.9 WROL.
Shut it off!
FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
No, you're
Cut that off!
You played the wrong song.
I don't want to play this.
We played the wrong song. What the hell?
I couldn't have that going any longer.
You played the wrong song.
You wanted me to play Fine Young Cannibal, She Drives Me Crazy, because on this date in 89, this song was number one. Instead, I went with The Perfect Circle. Sorry. She Drives Me Crazy, Fine Young Cannibals, number one. My God, that hurts. That hurts bad. I haven't heard that one in a while. That's brutal.
Come on, give us a live in person.
I don't know if I can do JMV.
Bring back the lisp. Yeah, I tell you what.
The most music.
Who the
this
hell
date, 1989, FYC.
Who the hell are these knobs?
Oh, my God.
I see why they were a one-hit wonder.
God, that hurt. JMV 88 was just awful. That was so bad.
Almost as bad as this damn song and video.
Fun Young Cannibals were legit there for a minute. Their lead singer's Roland Gift.
Yeah, he looks creepy.
Yeah, he did. Man, that's brutal. I can't believe you played that back in. That thing just went on forever, too.
Yeah, no, I felt like it was like a car crash. You just couldn't look away from it.
And I rolled that, right? I played that. I remember when I was doing it, I played that up, and it was on a 45. I was playing it on a 45 record. Whew. God. So bad. That, what do you think? Connecticut Water question of the day. What's worse? Me talking up the Fine Young Cannibals and She Drive Me Crazy, or the Pacers' third quarter? What was worse?
I mean, there was nothing to laugh about in the third quarter yesterday. This will always make me laugh.
One more little quick piece here. Just one quick piece of me talking up that song. that's comparable to the Pacers scoring 8 points in the third quarter yesterday? One quick one.
The fine young animals with their inaugural hit. She drives me crazy. Only on Vincent's best. 89.9 WROL.
Their inaugural hit. I think that was worse than the Pacers' third quarter yesterday.
No,
seriously.
it wasn't,
I think
man.
it was.
It is so perfect and fitting that you would go to a university like Vincennes, which has a lot of S's and C's in it when you have a lisp. Like if you went to Purdue, that wouldn't be as funny. If you went to Indiana, that wouldn't have been as funny. But the fact that it's Vincennes makes it 10 times funnier.
I struggled with Vincennes back in the day. There's no doubt. I struggled with it. Clint's at 239-1070. Say the show, Clint. Hello.
Hi, John. Hey, want to talk about Tiger Woods real quick. I'm a big golf fan. I mean, I have the PGA Tour app on my phone, and I follow it every week. So, look, me and almost everybody's thrilled that Tiger won, but he won the Tour Championship 7 months ago. The idea that it's news that Tiger's back, I mean, it's not news. I mean, he won in Eastlake at the end of the Tour Championship, last year against a top field. So I'm thrilled he's won. I just wish everybody didn't.
I think the Masters is different than everything else, though. You know that in golf. It's different.
I do.
It's just different, and that's why.
And you're always excited about whoever wins the Masters. I just wish,
It's like,
anyway,
I mean, it's like if Jeff Gordon came back and won at Martinsville, yay, great. But if Jeff Gordon came back and won at Daytona, you know what I mean? They're just things that are different. I can make a lot of analogies here, but that's one that kind of pops up. So,
when my daughter's texting me, telling me Tiger's back, and I'm like, well, he's been back for a year.
Well, I mean, and that goes to show you that everybody that was kind of throwing dirt on Tiger Woods' golf career, that's certainly inaccurate. But yeah, I mean, I think it's worth every minute of discussion. I don't think you can go too low on this because it's a big deal. I mean, it was the Masters, and that's a big deal. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hey,
yes.
You ever think about getting Patrick Rogers on from Avon?
We've had him on a couple of different times here. Yeah.
I'm not happy with him. I wish he'd play more golf. He's sitting out a lot.
Tony,
he's eligible. He's eligible to play, and he's just not playing.
Thank you, Clint, for the call. Tony, get Patrick Rogers on. I want to ask him why he's not been playing. I don't know. I haven't been keeping track of him, why he's not playing. But like I said, I'm not the biggest golf person in the world, but a major, the Masters, I will watch. But then you had Tiger Woods and, that redemption. That's different than anything else. Different than anything else. All right, quick one. Are we up right now on YouTube? Are you looking at me right now, Charlene?
Yeah, we can see your handsome features, all one of them.
I love your smile. Do. Did I look really good right there? Hi. Thank you, Charlene. I appreciate it.
You know what, Charlene? I like you, but you don't have to lie to the guy.
JJ, other side. We'll get the Pacers Game 1 Celtics debacle third quarter recap from JJ. Luke Bryan tickets too. Nick Offerman. Quick break. We're back with you 4 o'clock hour. Otherwise, next.
It's raining savings at Penske Chevrolet. Get 25% off the sticker price of the 2019 Equinox or take advantage of 0% financing for 72 months. This compact crossover is a more sophisticated version of its former self with roomy seating for 5 and a 5 out of 5 crash test rating. And the all-new redesigned 2019 Crew Cab Silverado, get over $10,000 off sticker or take advantage of no interest for the next 6 years. Just see Jay Smith and Brett Rosie for all the details of Penske Chevrolet. That's at 96 and Keystone. And if you want to lease instead, well, you pick the payment. A 2019 Equinox, 2019 Trax, or 2019 Malibu are all just $199 a month. You get 24 months and 10,000 miles a year. All you have to do is come up with a little bit of money at signing, and your payment at Penske is just $199 a month. And don't forget about the over 200 certified pre-owned cars of Penske. That's at 96 and Keystone or online at PenskeChevyIndy.com. Chevy, find new roads to the shower of savings going on now at Penske Chevrolet.
Hello, I'm Joe Cordell of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. At Cordell & Cordell, we encourage our clients to participate, to recognize how essential their role in this process is. They've got to be willing to help us help them. And by working jointly in a sort of partnership, we're more likely to get the best possible outcome for our clients. And that's really the standard that our clients can fairly hold us to, is what is the best possible outcome for them. So clients who are facing divorce need to recognize that for them to succeed, they need a partnership between them and their attorney.
The attorneys at Cordell & Cordell work to help men maximize their role in their children's lives. Contact the domestic litigation firm of Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Indianapolis area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 317-322-0122 or visit online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Office in downtown Indianapolis. Cordell & Cordell, 101 West Ohio Street, Suite 1100, Indianapolis, Indiana 46204.
The NRA is roaring into Indy. For 3 days this April, Indiana's capital city is your gateway to freedom's largest celebration, the National Rifle Association's annual meetings and exhibits, sponsored by Midway USA. Get an inside track to products from every major firearm company. With 15 acres of guns and gear, it's the largest show of its kind in the world. And that's only the start. In addition to auctions and raffles, seminars and workshops, find premier events like Friday's Women's Luncheon and the NRA ILA Leadership Forum, featuring a powerhouse lineup of Second Amendment leaders. Catch a Saturday night concert with country legend Alan Jackson and special guest William Michael Morgan. Make tracks to the Indiana Convention Center, April 26th, 27th, and 28th for the NRA annual meetings. Visit nraam.org for tickets. That's nraam.org.
Got you covered this spring, summer, and fall for a great staycation getaway. Here's where I want you to go. I'm going to be there a couple of different times. We're going to have one fantastic outback bourbon backyard broadcast this summer. Seriously, we're going to be there. 4 Winds, Lakeside Inn and Marina, Lake Monroe. Beautiful guest rooms, fantastic views, an indoor-outdoor heated pool. The restaurant and bar, outstanding. You got mini golf, you got hiking, private beach, boat rentals, and I would advise you to get the whole double-decker pontoon boat, right? The party boat that's got the slide on top. You guys will love it. Promise you that. And you'll love this, too. How about a 3-night midweek staycation for just $249? Who's in? That is a great price. A 3-night midweek staycation for just $249. Book it right now, 4windslakeside.com, or call Tony, 812-824-BOAT. Tell him I sent you, 812-824-BOAT. 4 Winds, Lakeside Inn and Marina. It's one of my all-time favorites. Book your staycation right now.
When Paul Goodall started shopping for an engagement ring, he knew one thing. He didn't want to be pressured.
Because I'm not going to make a purchase at that level without understanding what I'm buying.
But the first store he went to, that's what happened.
They wanted me to buy. They didn't want me to learn, and that didn't work for me.
But then Paul found Diamonds Direct.
The exact opposite happened when I went into Diamonds Direct. There was no rush. There was no pressure. They wanted to give me the information that I was asking for.
At Diamonds Direct, it's different. No games, no pressure, no nonsense.
It wasn't like, well, let's do something now. We got to do it now because we got this thing going on, or maybe you want to do that. No, it was here's the information that you need to make an educated decision.
Paul learned how to buy a diamond like a dealer buys. He was taught how diamonds are graded and priced on the world market, and he was shown dozens of diamonds in his price range so he could make the decision that was right for him, his budget, and his soon-to-be fiancé.
What they do is they give you the information that you need so that you end up buying what you want. I am such a big fan of Diamonds Direct.
Diamonds Direct. Get store hours and directions at diamondsdirect.com.
Sports Center updates on the Fan are brought to you by Big O Tires. Buy 3, get 1 free on select in stock Aspen Touring and Mesa tires. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
This is Indy Sports Center. WFNI, WIBC, HD2, W298BV, W228CX, Indianapolis. The Ride with JMV, FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
First was turnovers. Our first 2 possessions were turnovers. We didn't establish ourselves in that third quarter, and the turnovers led to poor execution and missed some shots. You know, I thought we had some open looks in that third quarter and really lost our rhythm. I thought we kind of lost our way in that third quarter.
Nate from yesterday, yeah. That's an understatement right there regarding the third quarter. Back with you, Tony's over there. I'm John. Thank you for joining us. If you're in the car right now, crank it up. if you're in the cubicle or at home, or if you want to check out my face right now, which is just great looking, youtube.com, 1070 The Fan channel. JJ in a second. Dave Kamen's got a podcast from the Golf Channel regarding what took place yesterday at Augusta National. We'll get to that, bottom of the hour. Wells at 5. Luke Bryan tickets coming up a little bit later on. Nick Offerman tickets coming up too. And where I'm going to be, I think Thursday and Friday of this week. Should be good. JMV, please tell that last caller never to call again. Last caller, never call again. 88 JMV is as bad as Turner in the paint from Phillip. Jeremiah says both JMV 88 and the Pacers in the third quarter. JMV 88 is laughable. The third quarter for the Pacers, disaster. Andrew Bailey says, I haven't heard a lot about the Colts draft. Is that a good thing? They tell me that it's a great thing, Andrew. A great thing. Jonathan Dodrell sends me, what? I send out a Wade Garrett and a Dalton as Dalton works out in the barn because he's mad at Wesley and tries to punch Wade Garrett. And Jonathan sends me a, what movie is this? What? How can that be? Alexander writes this, giving up 84 points on 36% shooting usually leads to a win. Well, unless you score 74 on 32% shooting and under 20 in the second half.
7-0 to what happened in the third quarter.
But my thing is, how do you avoid having a game like this continue? Because I'm kind of wondering what the response in Game 2 is going to be here. How much of Game 1 can give this Pacer team the hangover effect? That might be concern number one for me Wednesday night.
I'm not going to lie. I'm concerned as well, JMV. I think if they had the answers, they wouldn't have allowed it to get to this point. But I do think that you know things are never as bad as they are in one particular game. And the way that first half was, I mean, I had people in Boston, reporters saying, the Celtics are playing awful. This is ridiculous. I've mentioned when the Pacers play the Celtics, I often sit next to Brian Scalabrine, who's among the more vocal and animated quote-unquote media members at games, and he kept pounding his fist on the table. The Pacers held the Celtics to, 37 points in that first half? Yeah. I mean, they played outstanding defense, and I don't know about the fourth quarter and saying the Pacers played better than the Celtics in the fourth because some of that was in the final 3 minutes. But the first half, you were kind of doing everything that you wanted. You should have probably had a couple more shots and had maybe 50 or 51 points, but the 7-point lead felt like it should have been 15 or 20, and that's why watching the third quarter, I kind of felt like this is as bad as the Celtics can play. This has to be a win. That's my biggest concern, is that I don't think the Celtics really even played good at all either, and the Pacers didn't get that opportunity. Yep. So if Boston's playing a really good game, that's where I think Indiana would struggle. I'm not going to expect any kind of a 29-point half or any of the other